Stations, if you encounter any technical issues related to this Georgia Show broadcast, please call our trouble hotline at 336-831-0861. Mark, 2 minutes until airtime for this women's basketball broadcast. Your next time cue will come with 1 minute until airtime for this women's basketball broadcast. Stations, we are coming up on 1 minute until airtime. 1 minute in 5, 4, 3, 2, Mark. 1 minute, stations. 1 minute until airtime for this women's basketball broadcast. Studio producers, when you hear touchdown, please start your archive recording. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime. Mark, 30 seconds. Your next and final time cue will be with 15 seconds until airtime. Touchdown! Studios, start your archive recording. Coming up on 15 seconds until airtime. Mark, 15 seconds, stations. Have fun.
The following is a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia Women's Basketball. Brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, to get things started, let's head courtside and join Jeff Dantzler.
Good evening and welcome to Georgia basketball. It's the grand old rivalry of the women's game, Georgia and Tennessee. As the Lady Bulldogs and Lady Volunteers meet for the 69th time tonight, and both teams off to outstanding starts. It's a mega showdown in the mighty Southeastern Conference. Hello and thank you for joining us here tonight, along with our standout network studio host and producer, Luke Nadkarni. He's keeping us up to date on the scoreboard and previewing the weekend on the NFL throughout the night. Our on-site, on old Rocky Top, the one and only Trey Littlefield. He'll be chatting with Joni Taylor just around the corner. My name's Jeff Dantzler, and I'm live from the control room of Sanford Stadium due to league policy. No radio travel this season. These two programs, under the watch of legendary Hall of Fame coaches Pat Summitt and Andy Landers, tremendously elevated the game and built the first major rivalry, not just in the SEC, but in the NCAA. Joni Taylor is in her 6th season at the Georgia helm, and the Lady Bulldogs are off to a 10-1 start, 2-1 in league play, searching for the program's first victory in Knoxville since December of 1996. I never will forget calling that game. I was 24 years old. Kelly Jolly Harper, in her second campaign as Tennessee's head coach, she was a great player for the Lady Volunteers back in the 1990s, and her Tennessee squad coming in at 8-1 and 2-0 in the SEC. Georgia and Tennessee have split the last 4 meetings, and now the Lady Dogs try and break through in Knoxville. And Trey's standing by with the Joni Taylor Show as we continue on with Georgia and Tennessee on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Dog fans. Coach Kirby Smart here. Do you have a game plan for flu season? Get ahead of the competition by getting a flu shot at Piedmont. It's the smart thing to do. Stop by any Piedmont primary care, quick care, or urgent care location and stay healthy all season long. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to learn more and book online. Piedmont Healthcare, more ways to better.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they're saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
For up-to-the-second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDawgs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
What would you do with 50% rent off a storage unit? What about 50% off 2 months' rent? Would you finally clean out the garage? Declutter that guest bedroom turned second closet? Maybe even remove those filing boxes taking up space in your office. Whatever your organization dream is, make it a reality with Chase Street Self-Storage. Visit ChaseStorage.com to find the best deal for you or call us at 706-548-6400.
As the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, I know a good block when I see one. Just like Delta, as part of the Delta Care Standard, which is giving you more space by blocking all middle seats until January 6th for your safety. That's why Delta is the official airline of your Georgia Bulldogs and UGA Athletics. Go Dogs and go Delta, and keep climbing.
The Lady Dogs are close to tip-off. For a scout on today's opponent, let's visit with Georgia head coach Joni Taylor. Here's Jeff Dantzler.
All right, the two winningest programs in Southeastern Conference history set to meet tonight as Georgia faces Tennessee at Thompson-Boling Arena here in Knoxville, joined courtside by head coach Joni Taylor. And, Coach, first of all, it's just exciting to have an opportunity to play after what happened last week.
You know, we were able to bounce back and play against Florida, but you travel on the road and you just get excited and you're grateful to have the opportunity, like you said. I think this season especially, we're not taking any games for granted. And just trying to operate, obviously, with health and safety at the first and foremost of everything that we do. So excited to tip it off in Knoxville tonight against a really, really good and dangerous Lady Ball team.
Well, Georgia is 10-1, Tennessee is 8-1, two teams peaking right now. And you look at it, it kind of has the feeling of one of those classic Georgia-Tennessee matchups.
You know what? Tennessee puts great players on the floor. We're going to have our hands full. I'm excited to see how we match up against them. You know, Ray Burrell has come out and just really taken over in terms of her ability to lead this team from a scoring standpoint. And you got Renaya Davis, who just hits big shots. They're huge. They're long. I think there's one player on their roster who's not 6 foot. And then this is a test that we were looking for last week at South Carolina, and to see how we were going to match up against, you know, a top team. And so I'm excited to see how we compete tonight.
And you mentioned it, 11 players on their roster are 6 feet or taller. How do you counteract that size? Is that when transition is important, rebounding, those things are important?
We've got to be able to run in transition. I do not think they can run with us if we commit to running. I'm sure that, you know, most teams in our league have done something to slow us down, whether it's not go offensive rebound or press. If they don't go offensive rebound, great. Because that's one of the things that Tennessee does extremely well. But we've got to get them into playing our style of play. And then we've got to make sure that we attack pressure with pressure. They're long, but laterally sometimes they don't move as well. So we've got to be willing to test them out a little bit and get downhill on drives, shot fake, and not to get too deep in the paint.
And also very important is foul trouble. In the first half against Florida, Jenna State picked up 2 quick fouls, but I thought Javin and Maury did a fantastic job there in the first half. How important is it for those people to stay out of foul trouble? It's
extremely important to make sure that we are all playing smart, not putting ourselves, obviously you're not going to go the whole game without fouling, but we can't pick up silly fouls. Kudos to Javin and Maury for stepping up. I think that speaks to our depth. You know, you're not as nervous this year if you do get into foul trouble, but in a game like this, our upperclassmen who have been in this type of environment, it's important for them to be out there on the floor with the mix of our newcomers to keep everybody calm and steady.
And you talk about Georgia, Tennessee, we've touched on it a little bit. Is that something you mentioned to your team as motivation, kind of the history between these two programs?
We definitely talk about it. It's that fine line between talking about it too much and not letting that be the sixth person in the room, but also I think it is something that they need to know. They understand the history of the rivalry between Georgia and Tennessee. We beat them at home in recent years, but haven't had a win on the road in Knoxville in quite some time. So we touch on it, we talk about it, but we don't talk about it to the point where that covers the main objective, which is getting better every day, competing really hard, and knowing our plan for the game.
All right, really quick, 3 keys to tonight's game.
We've got to box out and rebound. We've got to force Tennessee into a half-court game and not let them run in transition. And then on the offensive end of the floor, we've got to run. And then when they take away our transition game, we've got to execute in the half-court.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck. Should be fun tonight.
Thank you.
That's head coach Joni Taylor. Her team gets set to face off against Tennessee tonight, a 6:30 tip time here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, Jeff Dancer will take us to tip off. You're listening to Georgia Basketball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Napa know-how. Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance was created in 1959 to provide financial protection for farmers and rural communities. Over the years, it has grown to protect all Georgians through affordable home, auto, and life insurance, helping Georgia build a strong agriculture industry and keeping the promises we made to our members. Our agents and members stand together for the values that make Georgia special: faith, family, and community. We stand together. We stand for you.
We are a Farm Bureau.
For up to the second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDawgs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At BMW, we made the ultimate range of SAVs. And because each of the 7 X-Range sports activity vehicles flawlessly balance dynamic power, spacious size, and sleek design, you can choose from a fleet that fits perfectly into your life. Like the versatile and bold X1, the unbelievably powerful X3, or the luxurious X7. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
This is head coach Kirby Smart. It's my job to coach the fundamentals of football and prepare my guys for the future. Well, my friends at Southeast Mortgage are preparing you for your future by becoming a homeowner. Every Bulldog deserves a home. If you're in the market to purchase or refinance, I trust Southeast Mortgage to provide the best experience and get it done. Visit southeastmortgage.com/UGA to get pre-approved for your home loan today. Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Southeast Mortgage of Georgia Incorporated, NMLS, number 103956. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 6578.
Welcome in, Luke Nad-Carney back in the network studios. Tip between Georgia and the Lady Vols of Tennessee coming your way in just about 5 minutes. Let's take a trip around the SEC as we take our first look at the scoreboard. We're the first game to tip off tonight here at the bottom of the hour, starting at 7 o'clock from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Number 7, Texas A&M puts its undefeated record on the line when they take on the Bayou Bengals. A&M 12-0, 3-0 in the SEC, coming off a nail-biting win over Arkansas on Sunday. LSU trying to get on track, 4-6, 2-2 in the SEC. Also at 7 o'clock, Ole Miss back on their home floor after coming oh so close against Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl on Sunday afternoon. They'll host Missouri, whose last game was wiped out due to COVID issues, with their other opponent, Auburn. That game will get underway at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock from the Music City, number 5, South Carolina looks to stay in a tie at least for first place in the conference when they meet Vanderbilt. They're 8-1, 3-0 in the SEC, tied with A&M for first place in the league. And also at 8 o'clock, great battle from the hump in Starkville. Number 14, Mississippi State taking on unranked but dangerous Alabama. The Crimson Tide come into this game 10-1, 3-1 in conference. Mississippi State with the same conference mark, an overall record of 8-2. And at 8:30, following our game on the SEC Network, Florida is on the road at number 17 Arkansas. The Razorbacks, a bit of a surprising 1-3 to start. They've lost to Kentucky, Tennessee, and Texas A&M in conference. They'll look to get back on track against the Gators, who are looking for their first conference win. Just one game on the men's side in the top 25 tonight, and it's the top-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs who will host Pepperdine in a 9 o'clock tip at the Kennel. Gonzaga looking to move its record to 13-0. We'll take one more break and send it back to JD. Tip-off between the Lady Vols and the Lady Dogs comes your way next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
These days I'm spending a lot more time at home, which means I need ways to easily control my comfort. And here's an insider tip. If you're a Georgia Power residential customer, you may be eligible for up to a $75 instant rebate on a smart thermostat. Here's how. Georgia Power's online marketplace features thermostats from brands like Google Nest, Honeywell, and Ecobee, as well as a variety of LEDs and smart home products like smart speakers, Wi-Fi routers, indoor cameras, and more. Just visit the site and start shopping. Shop now at GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they're saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites. When you download digital coupons, you can use up to 5 times in one transaction. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
All right, welcome back as Georgia and Tennessee are just about set to tip things off. Tennessee leads the all-time series 51-17. Georgia actually has the second most wins all-time against the Lady Volunteers. 23-4 the all-time series in Knoxville. And again, the last time Georgia won there was December of 1996. Lady Dogs went on to win the SEC championship that year. These two have split the last 4 home teams, winning them all. Tennessee will start with Renaya Davis. She's a 6'2" senior from Jacksonville who averages 13.3 points and 8.6 rebounds. Ray Burrell, the team's leading scorer, 6'1" junior from Luke Nad Kearney's a second town. Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, averages 17.8 per game. Tamari Key, 6'5", sophomore, Cary, North Carolina, averages 6 points per game. Jordan Horston will run the point most of the time. She's a 6'2" sophomore from Columbus, Ohio, who averages 9 points and 3.8 assists per game. And Marta Suarez from Oviedo, Spain, a 6'2" freshman, averages 6 points and 6.2 rebounds. And that's the thing with Tennessee. 6'2", 6'1", 6'5", 6'2", 6'2". They are big. Lady Dogs, Gabby Conley, 5'6" senior, San Antonio, 10 points per game, right at 3 assists. Maya Caldwell, 5'11" senior out of Charlotte, 8.9, 2.9. Jordan Isaacs, she's a 6'2" sophomore from Alpharetta, St. Francis High School, averages 4.5 points per game. Q Morrison, the 5'7" senior from Riverdale, averages 9.5 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 4.1 assists per game. And in the middle, Jenna Stady, who's emerged as one of the best players of the Southeastern Conference, double figures at 19 of her last 20 games, 6'4", out of Cumming, 15.2 points, 8 rebounds per game, and her block shots, 33. That is best in the SEC. Kelly Jolly Harper, the head coach for Tennessee, Joni Taylor, the head coach for Georgia, and we are set to tip things off, and it'll be Stady and Key jumping. The ball is up, and we are underway. Tennessee controls with Suarez. They've got an open Davis, and she scores 5 seconds into the game. It is 2-0 Lady Volunteers. So Georgia back down into forecourt with Conley, and Georgia lobs it down for Stady, and the Lady Dogs turn it over. A steal for Ray Burrell. Tennessee going right to left. Lady Vols go to Horston. Left low block Suarez. She is in deep. Should be a 3 seconds. No call. Now there's the 3 seconds. When Tennessee puts you away, and they've got these big clones, all of them at 6'2", 6'4", 6'5", it's with steals, points off turnovers, and offensive rebounds. Isaacs throws it into the front row. A turnover, Georgia. When she's holding the ball up at the head of the key, that is not an optimum spot for Georgia's offense because she is not an outside shooter, doesn't have the handles, need her around the basket. Here's Tennessee down into forecourt with Horston. They are just big all the way around. Burrell out high, blows right past Caldwell, loses a handle, though, out of bounds. Turnover, Tennessee. So let's see if Georgia can settle down here. Lady Vols striking 5 seconds into the game, have a 2-0 lead. Tennessee in white and Georgia in red. Conley goes left elbow to Jordan Isaacs, who faces up, puts it on the floor, hands it back to Conley. Conley around to her right. Q right wing 3. Air ball, out of bounds, Tennessee ball. A little jittery here out of the gates. And the Lady Volunteers will walk it down the floor. Big Tennessee written out in orange across midcourt, and the Summit written in white. Joni Taylor, I can see her there with red pants and the black silk top on. Best dressed coach in the league. Here's Ray Burrell from the right elbow. She knocks it down. It's 4-0 Tennessee. Georgia got to get it going on the offensive end of the floor. Morrison on the right wing. Over to Conley on the right wing. A high screen from Isaacs. Conley will drive. Her left elbow jumpers around the iron and no good. Stick back by Caldwell is good. Second chance points for Georgia, and the Lady Bulldogs are on the board. Here comes Tennessee into forecourt. The Lady Dogs are down 4-2. Tennessee with Horston. Out to Suarez deep on the right wing. Suarez getting it back between the circles. A crossover from Burrell, a terrific player. Burrell stops, passes inside. It's tipped away. Loose ball. Georgia's got it with Jordan Isaacs. Lady Dogs on the road run with Conley. It's tipped away, and Tennessee's got a steal. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Suarez driving in. She figures to at least draw the foul. Gets cut off by Isaac. Feeds it to Key at the left elbow. It's good. And that was a 4-point swing right there. It looked like Georgia had a crack to tie the game, but it is now 6-2 Tennessee. You got to cash in on your opportunities against the Lady Vols machine. Here's Conley into forecourt. In the circle, Isaacs down low for Stady. Left low block. Jenna has her shot blocked. Gets it back on the right baseline. Pushes it out top now to Gabby Conley. Conley between the circles. She'll fire a 3 and knock it down to pull Georgia within 1. So not a lot going right, but making shots. That'll cure your ills there. 6-5 Tennessee with a lucky 7:11 to go. Clock moving here in quarter number 1. Lady Volunteers into forecourt with Horston. Horston crossing over, going to her left. Guarded again by Conley. A high screen. Georgia shows out high. Left corner Davis. On a cut. Key and a whistle. We got a block on Georgia. This should be on the floor. And I believe they'll get Jordan Isaacs for this one. And the Tennessee players all have summits across the backs of their jerseys in honor of the late legendary coach. Kelly Harper, remember as Kelly Jolly, she was the head coach at NC State and Missouri State and got the Tennessee job, succeeding Holly Warlick, who was Tennessee's first ever All-American, who had the task of succeeding Pat Summitt. All right, it's 6-5 Tennessee. That foul indeed on the floor on Isaacs. Lady Vols inbounds. Right wing Davis scores off the entry, and it is 8-5. 16-footer. Caldwell to Conley. Georgia down by 3 into forecourt. 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Clock moving first quarter. Stady gets bumped. Of course, no call there. They leave her wide open. She's got the range. Hadn't fired the 3 much this year, though. A high pick for Conley. Screen and roll. Here's Stady from 16 left wing. This one's short. Tennessee rebounds with Davis. Davis on the run down the right side. to the trailer. Suarez launches a three, misses out the back iron. Rebound to Q. Georgia wants to run. Tennessee's back. Q going to drive anyway, hook it up with a left hand, draw nothing but air. Rebound tipped out by Tennessee, so Georgia will have possession. It is Tennessee 8 and Georgia 5. Lady Bulldogs with a 3-point field goal from Gabby Conley. Inbounds to Conley, right wing three for the tie. In and out, no good. Q gets a rebound amongst the Sequoias, but she can't hang on to it, and Horston has the loose ball. Oh, it almost went down. To the trailer, Burrell left wing three, won't go. Rebound, a fight for it. Tennessee's got it with Suarez. Georgia's got Mallory Bates in the game. Suarez drives, scores, and draws the foul. Oh, boy. Second chance points. Mentioned that one. That's one of the areas where they could just run you out of the gym. Second chance points and points off turnovers. And we will check the foul. I'm guessing they got Stady. We'll have to wait and see. As I'm watching the game on television like everybody else is, and they cut away from it. As the free throw is good, they get Q for that one, actually. So Q with her first, and it's Tennessee 11 and Georgia 5. So the Lady Vols have scored 5 in a row. Georgia going left to right. Conley down into forecourt on the right sideline. Georgia trying to screen for Morrison. Michaela Coombs into the lineup. She's quick. Cuts up high. Goes left. Turns it over. Ouch. They're just too big on the perimeter. Horston behind the back dribble through traffic. No look pass. Suarez hits the underside of the goal. Morrison rebounds for Georgia. Q right wing for Conley. Drives into traffic. Feeds Stady, who lays it up good. Assist to Gabby Conley. Jenna with her first points. And it's Tennessee 11 and Georgia 7. Like those numbers. Just wish the scores were reversed. Lady Dogs hanging around. Here's Tennessee. Very early. Horston try and go inside. Mallory Bates is pushing down with Tamari Key. Horston at the left elbow, stops back to the basket. Joni wanting to travel. Georgia doesn't get the call. Suarez deep on the left wing. Under 5 to play in the first. Stops at the foul line, fires, and uses the window to connect. Suarez now with 5. 13-7. Georgia down by 6. Conley into forecourt for the Lady Dogs. Gabby going left, gets a screen from Stady, gets in deep, loses a handle, tries to get it back. She's in too deep, looking for some help. Just throws up a wild when it hits the underside of the goal. Tennessee rebounds with Horston. Lady Vols, boy, we have seen this movie too many times before. Early control underneath Key. She's fouled by Stady, and 2 free throws coming after the timeout. 4 minutes and 24 seconds to play. Quarter number 1. It's Tennessee 13 and Georgia 7. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they're saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
What would you do with 50% rent off a storage unit? What about 50% off 2 months' rent? Would you finally clean out the garage? Declutter that guest bedroom turned second closet? Maybe even remove those filing boxes taking up space in your office. Whatever your organization dream is, make it a reality with Chase Street Self-Storage. Visit ChaseStorage.com to find the best deal for you, or call us at 706-548-6400.
All right, welcome back. It is Tennessee out in front, 13-7 with 4 minutes and 24 seconds to play in the first quarter. Luke Nadkarni is our network studio host and producer. My name is Jeff Dantzler in the control room of the greatest place in the world, Sanford Stadium. Augusta National's right there, too. And it's the same old with Tennessee, just so much size. They give everybody fits. Tennessee is 6 of 9 shooting. Georgia is 3 for 10. The Lady Dogs have the lone 3 of the game. Gabby Conley connecting for a tray to cut Tennessee's lead to 6-5. But since then, the Lady Dogs have built the lead up to 13-7. Tennessee, 1 of 1, an old-fashioned three-point play from Marta Suarez. And now the Lady Volunteers, as we wait on the teams to break the huddle here, with possession after the foul on Jenna Stady there, which is her first, and the team serve. You always have to keep an eye on the foul counts here. Tennessee will have free throws coming. Georgia with Mallory Bates in, and Bates really a threat around the basket only. Javin Nicholson's a very good scorer, a sophomore from Collins Hill. Michaela Coombs, Q Morrison, and Gabby Conley. That's the 5. First free throw is on the way, and it is good. And that makes it 14-7. As Key connects for her third point of the game. Tamari Key, 6'5", out of Cary, North Carolina. Hits them both, and Georgia's down 15-7. Don't want to fall double digits down, or they can push it out on you, and hard to catch. Cassie Kushkitwa in. She's out of Atlanta, St. Francis High School, same high school as Jordan Isaacs for Georgia. Here's Michaela Coombs. Her shot is partially blocked from 17. Suarez rebounds. Tennessee running. Lady Vols. Suarez into a triple team. Walks. So that's a turnover for the orange and white. That'll be Tennessee's 4th. Georgia also has 4 turnovers. Lady Dogs are 3 for 11 from the field. Give Davis credit for that partial block last time down. Need to get something going. And Georgia with 4 turnovers and 3 field goals. Here's Conley on a drive. Throws one off the side of the backboard, but gets bumped, and she'll shoot 2. And not to overstate here, that foul on Suarez, her first and the team's first. Georgia needs both of these free throws. Lady Dogs need anything and everything. Conley is an excellent foul shooter. And she steps to the charity stripe, a senior out of San Antonio, Texas. Her freshman year at Texas A&M hit 13 out of 14 down the stretch of regulation and overtime to help deliver the Lady Bulldogs an upset victory. Georgia down by 8. It's Tennessee 15 and the Lady Bulldogs 7, and the foul shot is good. So Gabby now with 4. Maya Caldwell and Jenna Stady with Georgia's other baskets. 15-8 Tennessee leads. Make it 15-9 as Conley hits them both. So Georgia within 6. It feels like that deficit's greater. Basket's so hard to come by. Tennessee with that length and athleticism. Their tremendous national recruiting. And Tennessee turns it over out high. Lady Vols go to the bench. And Jordan Walker just lost it with the dribble out high. A 5'8", fourth-year junior transfer from Western Michigan. All right. A 2 here. Cuts it to 4. Here's Conley going right. A behind-the-back dribble. Q not moving the way she'd like it. Now Morrison comes up to catch it on the right wing. Here's Conley through the first E in Tennessee. Coombs down the baseline. Double pump, high kiss. It's good. Hanging on the front iron and through. Michaela Coombs with the drive. 15-11 Tennessee. Lady Vols with Davis. Tennessee working it out on the right wing. Now Davis gets it right back. Poked away, out of bounds by Q. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Georgia is within 4 back-to-back baskets. Coombs can really drive it. Terrific athleticism. A native of Beaufort, transfer from Connecticut. Entry pass, right wing. 3 ball is no good for Jordan Walker. We got a foul away from the ball on Tennessee. I think this is going to be on Renaya Davis. And she ran right through Q Morrison. And Georgia with the ball. So the Lady Dogs going left to right, down by 4. Georgia has scored 4 in a row. Tennessee sub it in and out. And here's Conley on the right wing for Q. Georgia now with 3 fouls, Tennessee with 2. Q right of the circle, backs it out with the right hand. We got a whistle away from the ball. And this is going to be on Tennessee as well. This one on Jordan Walker. That's a pretty good last name if you like your athletic legends. A little homage to Herschel Walker and Michael Jordan. All right, 15-11. Davis did get that last foul. Coombs into Nicholson, 12-footer. Right baseline, it's good. Javin Nicholson brings Georgia within 2 points. It's 15-13. Lady Dogs are on a 6-0 run. Tennessee holding it out high. Lady Vols with a high pick from Kush-Kidwa and a deep three. Won't go for Tennessee's Jordan Horston. Georgia's got the rebound with Q. Q's on the run and turns it over. Had a chance to tie it. Here's Horston coming back the other way. Horston pull up in the lane. It's good. That's the second time that's happened. Georgia's had a chance to tie the game. Lady Dogs turn it over. Don't even give up. You give up an easy one there. Don't even get up a shot. Here's Conley, 17-footer in the circle. Won't go. And Tennessee has got the board with Destiny Salary. What a name that is. Destiny Salary in the forecourt. Salary holding between the circles. On the left wing now to Jordan Walker. Walker going right. Kicks it on the right wing to Davis. Walker three, no good. Tennessee's on the board. Stick back won't go. That's by Destiny Salary. And Javon Nicholson has the rebound. Here's Q coming down into forecourt. Coombs drives a baseline, gets in too deep, and a blocking foul. This one's going to be on Walker, her second and the team's fourth. That on the pass. Golly, Moses, that turnover there down by 2. You got to at least get a shot off there and give yourself a chance to tie the game. Say it for the millionth time. Points off turnovers and second chance points. That's how Tennessee can run away and hide. Georgia has subbed in with Maury Davenport. Sarah Ashley Barker also in. Lady Dogs sold it in out of a double stack left side. Barker catches the entry, drives to the foul line, fires from 15, short, flat, no good. Rebound Tennessee in Salary. Lady Vols with the ball in a 4-point lead, 17-13, 96 seconds, clock ticking first quarter. Tennessee with Horston out high. Kush-Kidwa goes underneath the key and a foul on the floor for Davenport. It was one of those when the NCAA made the rule last second, granted eligibility. Got to work on her footwork and quickness, but a very talented player. She was a top prospect in the state of Alabama 2 years ago, transferring in from Rutgers. Lady Vols inbounds. Left corner three by Burrell is good, and just like that, Tennessee is back up by 7. It's 20-13. Their big lead has been 8, and Georgia coming right back down the floor, and it's Michaela Coombs who cuts it to 20-15. A quick score there for Georgia. Lady Volunteers with Burrell trying to go inside, goes to Key, who steps out on the right wing. A steal, Q breaking away down the right side on the right low block, lays it up good, and Georgia pulls within 3. Defense creating offense for the Lady Dogs. 6 different Georgia player to score, and the Lady Dogs coming with some pressure. Kush-Kidwa holding on the baseline, and we've got a whistle, and Tennessee has called a timeout, not wanting to turn it over there, so Kelly Harper calling that time there, and some good pressure. I think that caught Tennessee off guard a bit. Joni Taylor going with the full court pressure. So back-to-back buckets. Lady Dogs hanging around. It's 20-17. The Tennessee lead is 3. The Lady Volunteers are 7 of 17 shooting. Georgia is 8 of 15. Actually reversed that. No, I'm sorry. Stat broadcast jumped around on me there. Again, when you're not on site, we are at the mercy of the machines. Tennessee 8 of 15. Georgia 7 of 17. Lady Vols 1 out of 6 on threes. Georgia 1 of 3. 2 of 2. Georgia from the line. 3 of 3. Tennessee from the line. The rebounds. Tennessee is +2. The turnovers. Georgia is +1. Here's Tennessee down into forecourt with Destiny Salary, guarded by Coombs on a cut. Horston drives, beautiful feed to Key for an easy bucket on the right low block. 2 terrific passes. Take your pick for who gets the assist. 22-17 Tennessee. 30 and 22 on the clocks. Here's Barker at the head of the key with Georgia down 5. Barker goes out to Nicholson. She'll shoot from 18. That is out of her range. She misses. Tennessee a little trouble with the board. Burrell's got it. The Lady Volunteers can play for the last shot, and they will, as Burrell attempted to drive but then circles back. So Tennessee with 10 seconds with possession. Lady Volunteers have the ball and a 5-point lead. Horston driving right. Pull-up 3 over Barker. Good. Right through our hearts, and it's 25-17. And just like that, Tennessee matches its biggest lead of the ball game. So 1 quarter is in the books. Lady Volunteers 25 and Georgia 17. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The great point guards are rare. They're true leaders with a work ethic that never wavers and a desire to win that's second to none. There's one truck like that, Ford F-150. It's smart, powerful, and never backs down from the toughest jobs. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 43 years straight. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer to score a great offer on F-150. Based on 2019 calendar year total sales.
At Community Coffee, we've been making great tasting coffee for over 100 years. But what makes us different isn't just how long we've been around, it's how far we're willing to go in pursuit of the perfect cup. We select only the finest beans and use over 4 generations of family roasting experience to give you the richest, most delicious coffee around. Find Community Coffee at your local grocery store or visit communitycoffee.com to order some today.
Welcome in, Luke Ned Carney in the network studios. Georgia trails Tennessee 25-17 after one quarter of play. Quick look at the scoreboard now. We're the only SEC women's game going on right now. A couple of scores from the Big Ten, however, featuring top 25 teams. Number 18, Indiana, beats Purdue in a rivalry game, 66-45, getting 22 points and 7 assists from Grace Berger in the winning effort. And at halftime in the Twin Cities, number 9, Maryland, in a battle with Minnesota, 50-43. The Terps lead the Golden Gophers. Elsewhere, news on the gridiron. It just became official. They were talking about it all day, but he finally signed the papers. Urban Meyer will become the next head coach of the NFL's Jacksonville Jaguars. 25-17 Tennessee after one quarter. Back out to JD.
Thank you very much. Great job there, Luke. As the Lady Dogs are down by 8 from my seat here in the catacombs in the control room of beautiful Sanford Stadium. And that's the way we're doing it this year. The SEC, just a few days before the season tipped off, came up with the policy that radio would not be traveling this year. And that went for non-conference and for league games. I do appreciate that Georgia fought very hard to have the vaunted radio crew of one travel. Luke Ned Carney doing such a great job as our network studio host and producer. And Luke will continue keeping us up to date on the scoreboard. So if you are watching the game on television and listening to yours truly, thank you. I'm doing basically what I did when I was a little kid watching games, calling a game while watching it on TV, except now I'm not annoying my parents. All right, so the Lady Vols coming back out on the floor. Again, they've got a summit across the back of every player's jersey. Tennessee is 8-1, 2-0 in league play. Georgia 10-1 and 2-1. And the Lady Dogs inbounds with Conley. Georgia going left to right. A double high screen. Conley, nice pass, left baseline. Coombs knocks it down from 15 feet away. That's a second assist there for Conley, and 6 points now for Michaela Coombs. So the Lady Dogs draw first blood in the second quarter. Just got to hang around and make a run. There's a mismatch. Key is a foot taller than Conley. He got caught in a switch, and she now has 8. Easy basket, and they score quickly. Nicholson out high. Coombs. Barker up at the head of the key. She'll launch a 3 and miss it. Those are the types of shots you just got to hit to beat this team. Tennessee all over the boards with Horston. Gabby Conley pokes it away. Loose ball. Horston gets it back. Throws to Kush Kiddawa. And now underneath, Mallory Bates with a foul. And 2 free throws will be coming for Key. So Tennessee 27 and Georgia 19. I think Georgia's got to come up with a way to get Stady and Nicholson on the floor together. They can both score. As Key's free throw is short, no good. 27-19. Second foul shot is up and no good. Missed them both. Barker with a tipped rebound for Georgia, so that's a break. Down 8. Barker to Bates between the circles. Hands it back to Barker. Barker up at the head of the key. Conley right of the circle, a head fake. Conley dribble drive, circles around and backs it out. Still plenty of time to shoot. Now 10 on the shot clock. Conley with a high screen from Bates, loses a handle. She needs help. Bates hands it back to Conley with 5 to shoot in Tennessee. I think it'll call a moving screen on Mallory Bates. I think either Bates or Conley. Yeah, that's Bates. So she quickly gets 2 fouls. Thanks to our man Alan Thomas, got it dialed in. I was 24 years old when the Lady Dogs last won in Knoxville. Here's Tennessee into forecourt. Tennessee dropping it off, right low block. Key hook shot's good, and Tennessee leads by 10. And this is starting to feel like the slow pull away. It's 29-19. Isaacs is back in for Georgia. Isaacs screens for Barker in the right corner. Isaacs on the right baseline, the lefty, guarded by her former prep teammate, Kushkitawa. Pushes it back out to Conley between the circles. 10 to shoot. Near the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Left elbow jumper for Conley's no good. Barker tips the rebound out to Conley, who's knocked down, no call. Nicholson on the right low block, hesitates, fakes, and draws a foul. This will be on Tennessee's Key. That'll be her first, and Javin will shoot a pair, and that'll give us time to pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. All right, Georgia stepping to the line with Javin Nicholson. Man, Dave Johnston giving us a good hello there. Nicholson's first free throw is up and good. There you go, Javin. By the way, Georgia in the net, which is a version of the RPI, is number 15. Lady Dogs that first team out of the rankings. Georgia will host Ole Miss on Sunday. Javin hits them both. There you go. So Javin with a field goal and now 2 free throws. And Tennessee will bring it down. It's 29-21. Under 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. Lady Volunteers into forecourt. Tennessee with Renaya Davis. She's one of the 25 semifinalists for the Wooden Award. Burrell left wing, no good. Tennessee boards underneath. Kushkitawa, no good. And it's out of bounds, and, of course, they'll give it to Tennessee. Cassie Kushkitawa. And I have to do a double take every time the camera zooms in because I see that last name of SU, and then the ponytail blocks out the rest. And there's Suarez, who catches the entry and misses underneath, and Tennessee with another crack at it. Kushkitawa has it stolen away by Coombs. Coombs going to go one-on-one with Suarez, breaking down the right side, scores. Coombs has 8. 29-23. Georgia with back-to-back buckets. The Tennessee lead is 6 points with a Ruthian 7:14 remaining in the second quarter and the clock moving. Tennessee with the ball up by 6. Renaya Davis holding it on the right wing. Destiny Salary in the backcourt with her. Davis can play every position. Lady Dogs with Isaacs and Stady in the post. Coombs, Conley, and Morrison on the perimeter. Salary, Davis, Suarez, Burrell, and Kushkitawa, the Tennessee 5. Shot clock sitting at 13. 7 minutes, 5 seconds to play. We are in the second quarter. Tennessee has the ball in a 29-23 lead over Georgia. Lady Volunteers, right sideline, get it into Salary. Salary coming to her left, parallel to the baseline, picks up the dribble. Good defense there by Coombs. Lady Vols go Burrell. Floater from the foul line won't go. Rebound tip. Stady's got it. Passes it out. Stady nearly throws it away. Conley comes up with a loose ball off Isaac's back. Drives the baseline. Misses. Stady fighting for the rebound, but Suarez takes it away from her. 29-23. Tennessee's got the ball up by 6. Nearly a turnover and then a decent look that didn't go down. Tennessee running right with Salary on the right wing. Lady Volunteers working it out deep now to Ray Burrell, number 12. Burrell, drive, floater in the lane, won't go. Rebound, Isaacs has got it. Passes it out for Conley, who's tripped and fouled. Frustration personal there by Ray Burrell. That will be her first. And team foul number 2 here in quarter number 2. Tennessee with a 29-23 lead. Lady Dogs down by 6 with the ball. Yeah, former Georgia shooting star Katie Fry. Now, Katie Fry Buckholz sending us a big hello. You can tweet us at Jeff Dantzler TV. Lady Dog site is at UGA_WBB. Here's Stady right of the circle, holding it high over her head, guarded by Kushkita. Well, somebody's got to get open. We're not moving without the ball. Here's Q on the right wing, backing it out with 15 to shoot. Lady Dogs down by 6, now under 6 to play before the half. Q fakes, right wing 18-footer, short. Rebound, Tennessee's got it with Renaya Davis. Lady Volunteers into forecourt with Marta Suarez. Hello to the sweater man giving us a good go, Dogs. Lady Volunteers with Davis out for Horston. Horston drives, middle block right side, no good. Rebound to Georgia and Conley. All right, got a little window here, got a cash in. Conley throws a long one down for Coombs. She knifes down the lane, off to Q, right low block, and she misses. And Tennessee's got the rebound with Kushkita. That's where that size, I don't think Q wanted to flirt with getting her shot blocked. And now Tennessee up by 6. They missed a couple in a row, hadn't been able to cut much into this lead. Georgia hanging around Tennessee with Kushkita stepping out beyond the arc. Stady backs off. There's 10 to shoot. Entry goes for Horston. Right low block. Nice move. And she scores. Horston, the sophomore from Columbus, Ohio. That had to be a bitter pill for the Buckeyes to lose her. 31-23 Tennessee. Georgia down 8. Conley left elbow and a moving screen. This is going to be on Jordan Isaacs. And for Isaacs, that turnover will be her third. Georgia's just got to get a little more offensive juice going. There's 4:53 to go in the second quarter. Tennessee leads Georgia 31-23. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Dog fans. Coach Kirby Smart here. Do you have a game plan for flu season? Get ahead of the competition by getting a flu shot at Piedmont. It's the smart thing to do. Stop by any Piedmont primary care, quick care, or urgent care location and stay healthy all season long. Visit Piedmont.org/UGA to learn more and book online. Piedmont Healthcare, more ways to better.
These days I'm spending a lot more time at home, which means I need ways to easily control my comfort. And here's an insider tip. If you're a Georgia Power residential customer, you may be eligible for up to a $75 instant rebate on the smart thermostat. Here's how. Georgia Power's online marketplace features thermostats from brands like Google Nest, Honeywell, and Ecobee, as well as a variety of LEDs and smart home products like smart speakers, Wi-Fi routers, indoor cameras, and more. Just visit the site and start shopping. Shop now at GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com.
All right, welcome back as Georgia trails Tennessee 31-23. 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the second quarter. Luke Nadkarni, our network studio host and producer. At the half, he'll have our highlights and get you caught up to date on the scoreboard. I'm Jeff Dantzler in the control room of Sanford Stadium. Thanks to Rick Freeman, Alan Thomas, Mike Bilbo, that whole gang for getting us all set up here, our home away from home. And if we can't be courtside with the Lady Dogs on the road, what better place to be than between the hedges? I got my mom sent me a note and said our little dogs, Albus and Hermie, ought to bring them and let them run up and down the field between the hedges. My gosh, they'd be the luckiest dogs in the world, that's for sure. Well, right there with Uga. Lady Bulldogs shooting it tonight, 9 of 25, 36%. Not going to beat Tennessee doing that. Tennessee's 13 of 26. Georgia 1 out of 4 on threes. Tennessee 2 out of 8 on threes. Georgia's 4 for 4 from the line. Tennessee is 3 for 5 from the line. Lady Vols are +5 on the boards, and the turnovers are even. And the deal is to beat them up there. You probably got to shoot 50% and probably got to shoot at least 40% from three and hit over 80% of your free throws. You have to go into Thompson Bowling Arena and flat out win the game. I mean, leave no doubt. Tennessee bringing in a senior, Jordan McCoy, who is 6'3". They are always, if not the biggest, one of the 2 or 3 biggest teams in the country. Horston to Burrell, right of the circle, drives against Caldwell and banks it in good. And Tennessee leads by 10. It is 33-23. Georgia to Coombs, left wing now to Nicholson. Got to get her down under the basket. High pick from Conley. Now Gabby bounces out, top of the key, 3-ball, air ball. Oh, my goodness. Tennessee ball as that one splashes out of bounds. No, Gabby frustrated with that one. They are so big. Here comes Tennessee. Lady Vols bringing it down with Horston. Horston will be guarded by Coombs, who has played very well tonight. Tennessee has it tipped away by Caldwell. Caldwell racing. Suarez and Burrell get back, and then Maya is cross-body blocked on the play by Destiny Salary. That'll get you a 2-minute minor if you were playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets against the New York Rangers. 33-23, Lady Vols. Georgia's got the ball. Here's Coombs on the hash right in front of the Tennessee bench. Into Conley. Shot clock now at 24 and moving. Nicholson out high. High-low game. Bad passes. Tipped away by Key and stolen. Not near enough arc on that one. Burrell down into forecourt. Tennessee's up by 10, and the Lady Vols have the ball. Burrell driving down the right baseline. Cut off by Caldwell. Suarez 3, top of the key. Swish. And here we go. You've seen this too many times up in Knoxville. 36-23. Conley over to Caldwell on the right wing. Caldwell crosses over, reverses it to Conley. Conley goes high post Stady, steps back, lob Nicholson off her fingertips out of bounds. Tennessee ball. This one has gotten away. 36-23 Tennessee. Georgia going to have to do some work just to get this thing down to single digits at the half. Don't have it in front of me, but I would imagine when Tennessee, throughout its history, leads by double digits at the half, in Thompson-Boling Arena, their record is, well, very impressive. Suarez on the left wing to Salary. Gets a screen from Suarez. Her foul line little baby hook goes in, and Tennessee leads by 15. 38-23. Conley lob, turnover again. Good gracious, we can't even get a shot off last 3 possessions. Salary ahead to Horston. And Tennessee will walk it into forecourt, leading 38-23. Horston nearly has it stolen away. Goes to Salary up high. 3-ball, no good. Rebound tip. Tennessee controls with Key. Horston in the lane, short on a 14-footer. Rebound to Nicholson. Lady Dogs down 15. Coombs driving the right side. Circles around. Right wing to Conley. Good pass, Stady. Puts it on the floor. Pull up in the lane. Blocked by Key. Rebounded by Key. I don't even want to look at the numbers right now. The turnovers just mounting. Tennessee with the ball up by 15. Horston bouncing out high through the part of the logo that says The Summit. Suarez to Key at the right elbow. Burrell on the right wing. Burrell guarded by Conley, and she's got 8 inches on her. Drives in and misses. Rebounded Jenna Stady. Georgia throwing it long into forecourt to Coombs. Coombs tries to pass cross court, hits the side of the backboard, and Suarez comes up with a loose ball. That is 4 straight possessions with 4 straight turnovers. And the wind is out of the sails right now for Georgia. Lady Dogs going to get Q Morrison back in the game. Key at the left elbow holding. Faces up, stops, and goes for Burrell, who's guarded by Caldwell. Suarez out deep on the right wing, 5 to shoot. Suarez driving, gets underneath. Stady blocks her shot. It goes to Key. 1 to shoot. Stady blocks her shot again, and we've got a shot clock violation. It'll be Georgia ball. So good defense there by the Lady Bulldogs. 38-23, Tennessee. Boy, Jenna, she got hit in the face on her last shot. Just no call there. It is tough on the road, and especially tough in Knoxville. Really? You missed that one? The guy's standing right there. Got to win by 10 to win by 1. Here's Q, driving right, kicks it to Barker. High pick from Stady. 17-footer in the circle, no good. Rebound to Maury Davenport. She loses a handle, chases it down right corner. Feeds Stady right baseline. Triple team, left wing to Caldwell. Fakes the 3, backs it out. Caldwell in the lane, double pumps. Davenport from 10, left baseline, it's good. Maury Davenport with her first points, 38-25. Tennessee has dominated this second quarter. Georgia scored just 8 points in the period. Lady Volunteers with Horston into forecourt on the right wing, circles around, goes left wing to Renaya Davis, who's only got 4 points. She's one of Tennessee's top 2 players. Horston dribbles in, double team, Passes underneath, intercepted by Stady with 28 seconds. Georgia can play for the last shot, but Barker's driving, gets in deep, gets bumped, no call, loose ball to Tennessee. So another Georgia turnover. That's 12 now. Lady Vols with Suarez on the left wing. Welcome to the SEC, young freshman. 10 seconds to go in the half. Tennessee holding out high with Horston. She gets a screen from Kush-Kidwa with 3 seconds. Fires from 17 and banks at home. Just to kick us right in the teeth. Headed to the locker room. And Tennessee will match its biggest lead. The Lady Volunteers lead Georgia 40-25. So halfway home in Knoxville, and unfortunately, it looks like this one is going to add to the drought for Georgia at Thompson Bowling Arena. Last one there in 1996, in December of that 96-97 season. So we'll take a timeout, and when we come back, Luke will get us caught up to date with the scoreboard. We'll go around the SEC, preview what's happening in the NFL, and also have those first half highlights for you. It's Tennessee by 15 as you listen to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Napa know-how.
Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
The SEC taught us that anything is possible, that just when you think you've seen it all, you won't believe what happens next, that comebacks are not the makings of miracles, but are born out of preparation, perspiration, and perseverance. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we take these lessons to heart and strive to bring our best every single day. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with hashtag SEC Lessons. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
If you thought you saw the last of the double cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's, think again, because it's back again. And now they're debuting the sequel as a Papadilla, a quarter-pound of beef, zesty burger sauce, and pickles on crispy flatbread crust. Again, one more time. Get a large double cheeseburger pizza for just $12, or a new double cheeseburger Papadilla for $6. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Again. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
Georgia trails Tennessee at the half, 40-25. A tough half for the Lady Dogs inside the Thompson Bowling Arena. Welcome back to the network studios. I'm Luke Ned Carney, here to get you through this halftime show, and we'll start with our first half highlights. And well, Georgia has been proficient at shooting the ball from the outside in previous games. Not so much here in this game, just 1 for 5 through the first half of play, but they got some help from an unlikely source from inside the arc, Michaela Coombs.
On the right wing, here's Conley through the first E in Tennessee. Coombs down the baseline, double pump, high kiss, it's good, hanging on the front iron and through. Michaela Coombs with the drive.
Lady Dogs kept it close in the first quarter, also helped out by some defense. They forced 10 Tennessee turnovers in the first half. Here's one of them.
Lady Volunteers with Burrell trying to go inside, goes to Key, who steps out on the right wing. A steal, Q breaking away down the right side, on the right low block, lays it up good, and Georgia pulls within 3. This is underneath, and Tennessee with another crack at it. Kush-Kidwa has it stolen away by Coombs. Coombs going to go one-on-one with Suarez, breaking down the right side, scores. Coombs has 8. 29-23.
make that 2 of the Lady Dogs steals. Coombs led the team in the first half with those 8 points in the scoring column. Later on in the half, Tennessee was pulling away, but the Lady Dogs defense didn't quit. Jenna Stady making a statement on the block.
Suarez driving, gets underneath. Stady blocks her shot. It goes to Key. 1 to shoot. Stady blocks her shot again, and we've got a shot clock violation. It'll be Georgia ball. So good defense.
Stady with 2 points, 2 blocks, 3 rebounds in the first half. Our score at the break, 40-25, Tennessee in front of Georgia. We'll take a break and come back, look at some other scores on the other side of this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they're saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
What would you do with 50% rent off a storage unit? What about 50% off 2 months' rent? Would you finally clean out the garage? Declutter that guest bedroom turned second closet? Maybe even remove those filing boxes taking up space in your office. Whatever your organization dream is, make it a reality with Chase Street Self Storage. Visit chasestorage.com to find the best deal for you, or call us at 706-548-6400.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the best Bulldogs gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA Bookstore is the exclusive home of the UGA 10 collection by Peter Millar. The UGA Bookstore in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
At BMW, we made the ultimate range of SAVs. And because each of the 7 X-Range sports activity vehicles flawlessly balance dynamic power, spacious size, and sleek design, you can choose from a fleet that fits perfectly into your life. Like the versatile and bold X1, the unbelievably powerful X3, or the luxurious X7. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Welcome back to the Lady Dogs halftime show. Georgia trails Tennessee 40-25 in Knoxville at the break. Let's go around the SEC now as we take a look at the scoreboard. Number 7, Texas A&M, as a new round of SEC women's action is underway with 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Off to a bit of a slow start, trailing LSU 13-10 at the Maravich Assembly Center. Texas A&M looking to run its record to 13-0, 4-0 in the SEC. Also in the first quarter, 1:49 to play. Missouri out to a 27-16 lead over Ole Miss. The Tigers are looking for their first conference win. Ole Miss looking to bounce back after coming oh so close in the rivalry game against Mississippi State back on Sunday in a 4-point loss. Tipping off at 8 o'clock, number 5 South Carolina looks to stay on pace for first place in the conference, at least to stay tied. They're 8-1, 3-0 in the conference. They'll be taking on Vanderbilt, who comes in 4-2, 0-1 in the SEC. Also at 8 o'clock, number 14 Mississippi State at home at the Hump in Starkville. They take on unranked but dangerous Alabama. Bama comes in 10-1, 3-1 in the conference. And at 8:30, following our game on the SEC Network, number 17 Arkansas off to a surprising 1-3 start in the conference. They host Florida, who's 7-5, 0-4. Razorbacks have lost to Kentucky, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. They'll take on a Gators team looking for its first conference win. Speaking of Kentucky, they were postponed at Auburn tonight due to COVID issues with the Tigers program. Just one men's top 25 game this evening. It comes at 9 o'clock, and it's the top-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs hosting Pepperdine at the Kennel. The Bulldogs are looking to run their record to 13-0, 4-0 in the West Coast Conference. A couple of quick scores from the women's top 25 as well. 2:13 to play in the third quarter. Number 9 Maryland beating Minnesota 71-51. And a final from the Big Ten. 66-45, Indiana defeats Purdue behind 22 points from Grace Berger. And toward the end of the first quarter, 30 seconds to play in that. 18-7, number 11 Arizona beating number 10 Oregon in Tucson. Quick note from the NFL, Urban Meyer has made it official. He will be the next head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who hold the number 1 pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Our score, Tennessee 40, Georgia 25. We'll send it back to JD after the break. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
These days I'm spending a lot more time at home, which means I need ways to easily control my comfort. And here's an insider tip. If you're a Georgia Power residential customer, you may be eligible for up to a $75 instant rebate on a smart thermostat. Here's how. Georgia Power's online marketplace features thermostats from brands like Google Nest, Honeywell, and Ecobee, as well as a variety of LEDs and smart home products like smart speakers, Wi-Fi routers, indoor cameras, and more. Just visit the site and start shopping. Shop now at GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Even before the victory celebration is over, great teams are back at it the next day, working to get even better. The team at Ford understands how hard work and dedication pay off. Over the last 30 years, Ford Explorer has been America's best-selling SUV. In fact, all Ford SUVs, like Explorer, Escape, and Edge, are built for victory. Score a great offer today at your local Ford dealer. Based on total cumulative OEM reported U.S. sales for all SUVs from calendar year 1990 through calendar year 2019.
From a tiny blueberry to a towering Georgia pine, Georgia's agriculture products are as special and diverse as its people. Georgia Farm Bureau members stand for the values that bring Georgia together. We stand for strong communities and Georgia-grown products. We stand for family, faith, and keeping promises. We stand for you and your community. We stand together. Join today at gfb.org.
We are a Farm Bureau.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield IMG College and JMI Sports under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield IMG College, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield IMG College and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
It's Tennessee by 15. We are just about set to go with third quarter action. Lady Vols shooting 51%. Georgia just 34%. Just one made three-point field goal for the Lady Dogs. Georgia -2 in the turnover department, -5 on the board. Second half play-by-play on deck right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Dog fans. Coach Kirby Smart here. Do you have a game plan for flu season? Get ahead of the competition by getting a flu shot at Piedmont. It's the smart thing to do. Stop by any Piedmont primary care, quick care, or urgent care location and stay healthy all season long. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to learn more and book online. Piedmont Healthcare, more ways to better.
These days I'm spending a lot more time at home, which means I need ways to easily control my comfort. And here's an insider tip. If you're a Georgia Power residential customer, you may be eligible for up to a $75 instant rebate on a smart thermostat. Here's how. Georgia Power's online marketplace features thermostats from brands like Google Nest, Honeywell, and Ecobee, as well as a variety of LEDs and smart home products like smart speakers, Wi-Fi routers, indoor cameras, and more. Just visit the site and start shopping. Shop now at GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com.
For up to the second news and special content on all things Georgia Bulldogs, visit GeorgiaDogs.com. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At Community Coffee, we've been making great tasting coffee for over 100 years. But what makes us different isn't just how long we've been around, it's how far we're willing to go in pursuit of the perfect cup. We select only the finest beans and use over 4 generations of family roasting experience to give you the richest, most delicious coffee around. Find Community Coffee at your local grocery store or visit communitycoffee.com to order some today.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And now you can save time and cash your government-issued checks free at Kroger Money Services. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, Georgia fans, no one gets you closer to SEC Sports and Sirius XM. Tune into shows hosted by the likes of Peter Burns and Aaron Murray. Get conference news, analysis, and more. More off-season through postseason. You've got it all. We've got you covered anywhere you go. And now you can try us out for free. Get a free trial to take your team with you on your phone, online, and at home. Start listening. SiriusXM.com/SECXSM. Tennessee with the ball to start this third quarter. Lady Volunteers immediately feed inside, and there's Tamari Key for an easy lay-in. And just like that, the Lady Vols increase the lead to 17. Just that machine, the attack of the clones. They are so big. Georgia coming right back and answering with a triple to cut it down to 42-28. Q Morrison able to tickle the twine, and man, did Georgia need that. Here are the Lady Volunteers now working it up high with Horston over to Davis, who drives inside, and her runner is good. So Tennessee answers right back. The Lady Volunteers with back-to-back baskets. Georgia running the floor, and there's Maury Davenport scoring. So there have been 9 points scored in 51 seconds in this third quarter, and that's good. All right, here's Tennessee back into forecourt with Horston. Nearly had it swatted away there by Gabby Conley to Suarez between the circles, trying to get it to Davis. Pretty good off-the-ball defense there by Q. So Davis will step back and miss a three, and Gabby Conley able to rebound for Georgia. Here's Gabby on the run for the Lady Dogs. Conley pulling it back out, and Isaacs will set a screen for her. And now she'll dump it off, and Conley misses a long three, but there's Davenport with a rebound for Georgia. To Conley to Isaacs, who's out high. Here's Coombs inside the arc, down 14, draws a foul. So 2 free throws coming here. And this person will be on Ray Burrell, number 12. It is 44-30. So the second half starts with Maury Davenport, as the TV just showed Jenna Stady on the bench. And here's Coombs to shoot 2, down 14. And she misses the first one off to the left. That's Georgia's first miss of the day. The Lady Dogs now 4 out of 5. Coombs was Georgia's best player in the first half. Native of Beaufort. We talk about it with Joni a lot. Every time out, she's going to get 8-10 points, 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 or 4 rebounds. An excellent defender. Coombs with several bounces, eyes the target. The second foul shot is on the way, and she connects. So Michaela Coombs now with 9 points. And Tennessee will bring it down, leading Georgia 44-31 on the banks of the Tennessee River in the shadows of this great Smoky Mountains. Lady Volunteers, Marta Suarez at the left elbow. Key's been really good with a dozen. And Tennessee goes inside for Davis, draws a foul against Q, and Davis will shoot a pair. That is Q's second foul. 44-31. Tennessee by 13. I mean, making the most of everything. Just happy to be playing, happy to be calling the game. Obviously wish we were in Knoxville, sitting here in Sanford Stadium and just at the mercy of the feed here, which so far so good, as the first free throw is up and good by Davis. So she's got 7 points. This dude missed the feel of the action. Davis spins it to herself. The second foul shot is on the way and good. Davis hits them both. She's got 8. Davis averages 13.3 per game. Here's Gabby Conley with Georgia down 15, driving, and Key swats that one into the seats. Gets a pat on the back of her head. She's dyed her hair purple. Boy, Key is some kind of player. 6'5", sophomore out of Cary, North Carolina. Georgia inbounds to Q in the left corner. Davenport trying to get inside, middle block left side, passes out of bounds. Touchdown by Tennessee's Tamari Key. 46-31 Tennessee. A fast-paced start. Well, Davenport got hit in the face, too. Conley in the left corner. Around to her right. Gabby, a behind-the-back dribble. Goes Davenport, right baseline, 15-footer air ball. Davis with a rebound. And Tennessee will walk it down the floor. 7:50 to go in the third quarter. The Lady Volunteers leading Georgia 46-31 in Knoxville. Horston directing traffic. She is an excellent young player. Her pass inside is tipped away, but Key gets it back. Left wing three by Davis won't go. Lady Vols all over the offensive boards. Davis gets her own miss and is able to kick it back out to Suarez. Offensive boards and points off turnovers. That's how Tennessee gets you time and time again. Suarez out deep on the right wing. Tipped away. Loose ball stolen by Isaacs. Ahead to Conley. Conley bounced past Q. Left low block running the floor. It's good. There you go. Gabby and Q, the two seniors, trying to lead Georgia back. It's 46-33. Tennessee with Horston into forecourt. Horston down the right sideline to Ray Burrell on the right wing. She's checked by Michaela Coombs. A screen and a switch. Burrell stops at the left elbow and misses. Suarez all over the boards, and a foul called on the floor against Georgia. This one's going to be on Jordan Isaacs, who's had a tough night for the Lady Dogs. That's her third foul. She's got 3 turnovers and no points. Really nice pass from Gabby Conley as we catch the replay. 46-33. Davis wide open three left corner. Missed it. Davenport rebounds for Georgia. Here's Coombs on the run. Lady Dogs have got numbers. Coombs circles right corner and an offensive foul on Georgia. Ouch. Don't know if that was off the ball or perhaps they called Conley pushing off. Man, that hurts. I think they got Isaacs again. Okay. All right, here's Tennessee down into forecourt. Yeah, that's 4 fouls on Isaacs. Tennessee going to turn it over. Davenport coming up with a loose ball, and Burrell fouls her. So Georgia down by 13 with possession. That is Tennessee's second foul. Boy, the Lady Dogs have missed some chances here today. And again, you feel like you have to cash in every time against Tennessee. Points off turnovers, 15-12 in the Lady Volunteers' favor. Here's Georgia down into forecourt with Conley out high, a double screen. Bates is in the game. Coombs on the left wing. Coombs steps back. Davenport with a screen, left elbow, drops it off, left low block. Bates scores, and Georgia's within 11. Mallory Bates with her first points. 46-35, Lady Volunteers. Tennessee into forecourt with Jordan Walker. Walker works it out on the left wing. We got Walker and Destiny Salary both in. Salary pops out on the right wing. She's guarded by Coombs. Georgia's down by 11. Jordan Walker up at the head of the key, standing on the last E in Tennessee. They go Davis left baseline, no good back iron, and a late whistle and foul against Georgia. This is probably going to be on Q or on Bates. We'll just have to wait and see. We're just relying on the camera. They were both there. And Bates gets a lot of fouls. Cassie Kushkitawa coming back into the lineup. I think this one's going to go against Bates, and that's her third. All right, 2 free throws coming here for Renaya Davis. Tennessee with a 46-35 lead over Georgia. The foul shot is short. Lady Vols by 11. Tennessee trying to make it 9-1 on the year and 3-0 in the league. Georgia's 10-1 and 2-1. The loss coming to Mississippi State. Second free throw is good, so she's got 9. Tennessee's lone loss this season was at West Virginia. Georgia bringing it down. Lady Dogs going right to left. Bates out high. Georgia's down a dozen. Coombs on the left wing. First things first, let's get it to 10. How about 9? 2, 3, head of the key. Tickles the twine. Q's got 7. 47-38. The longest journeys begin with that first step, and that's a good one. Here's Tennessee working it out high with Walker. Lob inside is tipped away by Conley, stolen by Bates. Tennessee's back defensively. Conley circling, probing, left corner. Q to make it 2 in a row. It's good! And Georgia pulls within 6. Q Morrison, back-to-back three-pointers. Assist Gabby Conley. And Georgia's cut Tennessee's lead to 47-41. Here's Tennessee. Jordan Walker out deep on the left wing. Big Tamari Key fumbles the pass just a bit. Bates is on her. Left wing now goes back to Destiny Salary. Walker on the left wing drives, gets cut off at a double team, takes one giant step, looking for help. Nearly a 5 count. Kush Kiddawa bails her out. There's 4 to shoot. Here's Walker on the left wing. 1 to shoot. That should be a shot clock violation. It is. Good defense, Gabby Conley. And Georgia will have the ball. 4:35 to go. Third quarter. Official timeout. It's Tennessee 47 and Georgia 41. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No one gets you closer to SEC sports than SiriusXM. Tune in to shows on SEC Radio hosted by experts like Peter Burns, Chris Doring, Aaron Murray, and me, Jacob Hester. Plus, get conference news, analysts, and much more. From the all-season through the postseason, we've got your team covered anywhere you go. And now, you can try us out for free. Get a free trial to take your team with you on your phone, online, and at home. Start listening at SiriusXM.com/SECSXM.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
All right, Georgia on a run here. The Lady Dogs trailing by as many as 15. In fact, the halftime score was Tennessee 40 and Georgia 25. Georgia's cut it to 47-41. Georgia's outscored Tennessee 16-7 here in this third quarter. Between the two teams, there were 9 points scored in the first 51 seconds of this third quarter. And really getting the engine going for the Lady Dogs, it's been Gabby Conley, who has 8 points. She's got a pair of 3-point field goals and 5 assists. And Q Morrison with back-to-back 3-point field goals. Maury Davenport, Joni Taylor said, hey, what the hey? I mean, we're down 15. So Maury getting the start in the second half and doing a great job hitting a couple of jump shots. Coombs has been really, really good for Georgia. She's got 9 points and 3 assists, has played good defense, and the Lady Bulldogs are hanging around. They're now doing a feature on the We Back Pat thing here. And Tennessee, with all their players wearing Summit on the backs of their jerseys. So 47-41, Tennessee leading the Lady Bulldogs here. 4:35 to go in the third quarter. And let's see if Georgia can keep this thing going. Well, this would be some kind of win. Long way to go. Pat Summitt led Tennessee to 8 national championships. The last one coming in 2008. And they're showing Lady Volunteer fans in the seats. And they still are. And they still are. And now we're back to the action. Here's Conley as Georgia goes right to left. Georgia in red, Tennessee in white. Left wing to Coombs. Conley out high. Right wing to Q. Q double as they extend with that length and height. Conley, right wing Q. She'll try again and miss this one. Rebound tipped by Coombs. Can she save it? Out of bounds, Tennessee ball. Good look, Q. Good effort, Coombs, but Tennessee will take over. And the Lady Volunteers will bring it down. Jordan Horston into forecourt. Horston, 6'2", sophomore. And a Columbus, Ohio, some kind of player. Left wing to Davis. Davis gets a high screen from Key. They've got 4 starters back in. Turnaround, Horston buries it over Conley from 10 feet away, left wing. Horston now with 11. Leading scorer is Key with a dozen, and Davis has got 9. So Georgia down 8. Don't want to get this thing back to double digits again. Took a lot of energy to cut it to 6, and we nearly turn it over, and Conley gets bumped and fouled. I said, what did I do? What did I do? Well, you pushed her down, and that's going to get you a foul, even in Knoxville. And that personal on Destiny Salary. I really like Horsted with that quick turnaround. Nothing Gabby could do there. I mean, she's 8 inches shorter. Just a great play. Inbounds comes to Conley, who'll cross it over. Georgia down by 8. Q on the right wing. Q bouncing. Gets it to Bates in the high post. Underneath Davenport posted. She misses, and Tennessee gets the rebound with Key. Now the Lady Vols with a chance to push it back to double digits. Destiny Salary out high, stolen away by Coombs, falling out of bounds, goes behind the back to Conley. 3-on-3, Gabby foul line jumper, no good, and Tennessee rebounds with Destiny Salary. Good gracious, another crack at that one. It just didn't drop. A good look, great defensive effort. Tennessee into forecourt with Horsted. Horsted guarded by Conley. Horston down the right side, gets in deep, and Gabby tips it away. Horston gets it back, middle block left side, hooks it up, no good. Rebound to Q. Georgia wanting to run. Tennessee's back. Q get a drive it, bounces it to Bates, who misses a layup and gets fouled. All right, whistle goes Georgia's way. This one on Destiny Salary. What a name. 6-foot freshman out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Come on, Mal, stepping to the line. Need everything. 49-41. That was an excellent pass from Q. Q tops on the team in assist. She averages over 4 per game. Here's Mallory Bates, 4th-year junior out of Roanoke, Virginia. Yes on the first. Bates now with 3 points. 49-42. Tennessee by a touchdown. Bates eyes the target. Second one up. Yeah, she got them both. There you go, Mal. She's got 4. 49-43. The Tennessee lead is 6. Horston really taking over the last 2 trips for the Lady Volunteers. Horston into forecourt. A high screen. Key out high. Up at the top of the key. Back to Horston. Just to the left of the EE at the end of Tennessee. Now deep on the left wing. Key pops out high. Not a threat to shoot from there. Davenport will back off for a bit. Tennessee working at right wing. Renaya Davis. Davis step back. Deep 3. Air ball. Coombs has got the rebound for Georgia. And a whistle and a foul. Or is that a violation? Just going to be a violation. So it'll be Georgia ball with 2:17 to go in the third quarter. 49-43. And Georgia down into forecourt off that 30-second shot clock violation. Coombs between the circles, left wing to Conley, and there's a kick. And even 20 to shoot here for Georgia. Tennessee leading the Lady Bulldogs 49-43. Georgia last one in Knoxville in December of 96. Here's Q on the right wing. Coombs out high, left wing Conley. Conley has it poked away by Salary in a reach and a foul. And for Destiny Salary, that will be her 4th and the team's 5th. So Georgia with 2 free throws coming here from Gabby Conley. And Captain Obvious, need these. Got to have them. Suarez coming back for Tennessee. Key will go to the bench, as will Salary. Gabby is a superb free throw shooter, up over 90% this year. She is 2 for 2 tonight. Has a chance to cut Tennessee's lead to 4 points. Hits the first. Conley now with 9 points. She's got 2 of Georgia's 4 threes. Q Morrison's got the other 2. Conley, second one on the way. She missed it. Tennessee gets the rebound with Kushkitawa. Lady Vols coming down into forecourt, leading Georgia 49-44. Jordan Walker handling. She wears number 4. Minute 49 to go. Walker to her right, guarded by Coombs. We're late in the third quarter. Walker now guarded by Conley. Suarez comes up high. Tennessee up by 5. Tennessee dribble drive with Walker. Pull up over Conley. Short. Rebound going to be tipped out. It should be Georgia's ball. It is with a minute 31 to go in the third quarter. Tennessee leading the Lady Dogs 49-44. So Georgia down by 5. Could actually make this a 1-possession game. Lady Dogs trail by 15 at the half. Excellent defense there by Conley. So here comes Georgia. Coombs to Conley. Back to Coombs out high. Coombs head of the key. Conley, right wing three. It's good, and we've cut it to 2. Gabby Conley with a dozen. It's 49-47. Georgia's within 2 of Tennessee with 1:13 and 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Tennessee with Jordan Horston out deep on the right wing. They look inside. Davis pops out high, guarded by Q. 15 to shoot. Davis on the right wing, Horston. Right baseline, Kush Kidwa drives in against Davenport, misses a layup. Oh, and Tennessee gets a loose ball, and Walker misses, and Bates has a rebound, and Georgia can tie it with a 2. Here's Coombs on the run. Got to get a shot up. Q from the left corner for a 3. It's good, and we've taken the lead, 50-49. An unbelievable quarter here from Georgia. Q with her third 3 of the period, and Georgia leads Tennessee 50-49, 33-20 on the clocks. Lady Volunteers with Davis on the right wing to her left. She stops. They go underneath Suarez. Double team poked out of bounds by Davenport with 12 to shoot and 25 seconds to play in this third quarter, which has been Georgia's quarter of the year. Lady Dogs have scored 25 points in this period and held Tennessee to 9. Georgia's got the lead for the first time tonight. Tennessee can take it right back. Lady Vols with 12 to shoot. Inbounds out high to Davis. Davis get a drive. In deep. Floats it up. No good. Rebound tipped around. Out of bounds. They'll say Tennessee ball. So Tennessee with 20.9 to go, and that shot clock goes back to 20. So now they can play for the last shot. Don't give up a 3 here, Georgia. Holy moly. And now they're going to switch a call and say it's Georgia ball. Lady Dogs breaking out. There's Conley streaking down the right side, and she scores. I apologize. TV wasn't showing the game. And Tennessee throws away the inbounds pass, and we've got it back with 11.7, leading 52-49. Georgia's got the ball, and now a 3-point lead. TV was showing a replay. Michaela Coombs steals the inbounds pass and hits Gabby Conley. Now Georgia's got the ball up by 3. This is incredible. I just got to get a good shot up here. Don't give Tennessee the ball. Heck, even if we dribble out the clock, it's 52-49. Georgia's got a 3-point lead and the ball. Unbelievable. One of the best quarters Georgia's had in a long, long time. 11.7 to go. Here's Coombs looking to get it in. Conley off a screen, left wing. She'll bounce it out with 8. Conley with 7 in the center jump circle. Conley with 4. Step back 3 ball. This one short. Q rebounds with 1. Her stick back goes at the buzzer. Do it, Q. 54-49 Georgia. Q with 15. An incredible surge. The Lady Dogs had 25 at the half, and Georgia scores 29 in the third quarter. The Lady Bulldogs lead Tennessee 54-49. We'll check the scoreboard with Luke. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter on deck right here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
As the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, I know a good block when I see one. Just like Delta, as part of the Delta Care Standard, which is giving you more space by blocking all middle seats until January 6th for your safety. That's why Delta is the official airline of your Georgia Bulldogs and UGA Athletics. Go Dogs and go Delta, and keep climbing.
At BMW, we made the ultimate range of SAVs. And because each of the 7 X-Range sports activity vehicles flawlessly balance dynamic power, spacious size, and sleek design, you can choose from a fleet that fits perfectly into your life. Like the versatile and bold X1, the unbelievably powerful X3, or the luxurious X7. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
Huge third quarter from the Lady Dogs. They outscore Tennessee 29-9 and lead 54-49 after 3 quarters of play. Luke Nadkarni back in the network studios. Quick scoreboard update from around the SEC. Potential upset brewing down on the Bayou. LSU with a 34-26 lead over number 7 Texas A&M after one half of play. The Aggies came into this game 12-0, 3-0 in the SEC, but they have an uphill climb to face at the Maravich Assembly Center. Also at halftime, much closer affair between Missouri and Ole Miss. 41-39, Mizzou is in front at the Pavilion in Oxford. They're looking for their first conference win of the season. Ole Miss looking to bounce back into the winners column after that tough loss in the rivalry game to Mississippi State by just 4 on Sunday. To the top 25 women's side now, Maryland closes out that 90-73 win over Minnesota, pulling away late. And out in Tucson, Arizona, great matchup between Oregon and the Arizona Wildcats. The 11th-ranked Wildcats with a 36-22 lead at the break. One piece of football news, you might have heard it earlier, but Urban Meyer will be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He made that official today. The Jaguars have the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. But we'll see if the Lady Dogs can keep the momentum alive. Fourth quarter action straight ahead. Here's JD.
Thank you very much, Luke. Just amazing. 29-9 in that third quarter as Georgia trailed 40-25 at halftime. And just kept coming back. Tennessee actually got up 49-41, so that's a 13-0 run for Georgia to end that third quarter. Incredible. What a performance. And now you got to keep taking the fight to them, and Georgia's going to get the ball to start this fourth quarter. Boy, Tennessee with the turnovers, and Georgia's cashed in. Here's Coombs into forecourt. Lady Dogs in red going right to left. In the right corner now to Marson. Georgia's brought Jordan Isaacs back in. She handles out high. Lobs it for Bates, who catches on the left low block. Key blocks her shot in, comes up with a rebound. Tennessee throwing it long, and Suarez gets fouled by Isaacs, who is fouled out of the game. And that's the correct call. So Isaacs picks up her fifth. That's at least by my count. So, and again, we're at the mercy of TV here. So Isaacs is out, and Davenport going to come right back in. Well, Davenport has been a difference maker here tonight. Tennessee trying to get it in. They lob it out high for Suarez, and Coombs steals the ball. Coombs racing Burrell down the right side, turns, looks, and scores on the right low block to give Georgia a 7-point lead. It's 56-49 now. Georgia leads by a touchdown. Coombs steals the inbounds. Unbelievable. Layup, no good. Bates with the offensive board. Just pull it out and work some clock. Georgia's got the ball in a 7-point lead in Knoxville. Gabby Conley bouncing in the center jump circle, coming to her left. Conley looking to her right. A high pick from Bates. Conley around the screen. Steps back, asks Davenport to come out. Davenport puts it on the floor. The big center drives and gets cut off. Lobs it out with one to shoot. Hugh from 30, no good. And Tennessee rebounds with Suarez. At least they took some time off the clock. 9 minutes to go. Georgia by 7, and Tennessee's got the ball. Lady Volunteers with Suarez, guarded by Bates. Suarez hands it off to Burrell. Burrell down the right side, off a screen, gets cut off underneath. Double team, throws up a wild turnaround, no good. Rebound tipped away. Georgia's got it with Q. Here's Q on the run, weaving through traffic, head up, kicks it over to Conley, right wing three, no good. Back iron. Tennessee on the boards with Horston. Here's Horston driving into forecourt. Georgia's back defensively, so Horston backing it out on the left wing, puts it on the floor, kicks it Suarez in the lane, spin move in deep. Her shot is blocked by Davenport and rebounded by Q. Q gonna throw a long one. Coombs streaking ahead, gonna lose a handle and travel, so it'll be Tennessee ball. 8 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Georgia leading Tennessee 56-49. What a game. What a comeback here by Georgia. Lady Dogs, a 13-0 run to close the third quarter. Georgia last won in Knoxville in December of 1996. Here comes Tennessee down into forecourt. They've got Jordan Walker in. She's running the point, guarded by Gabby Conley. Walker to her right, to Ray Burrell on the right wing. Burrell going to her left, parallel to the baseline. Backs it off with the right hand. Crosses over in the lane. Spin, turn, fade, no. Rebound, tip. Q's got it again. And Georgia coming back the other way. That's her 7th board. Q on the run. Stops at the left elbow to the trailer Davenport. Now to Conley, and Georgia will work the offense. 20 seconds to shoot. Georgia's got the ball. Georgia's got the lead. Georgia's got the momentum. 56-49. Lady Dogs leading Tennessee. Coombs on a curl. Q head of the key. Offensive foul on Mallory Bates. Turnover Georgia. Bates with her 4th foul. 7:37 to go. Would sure like to build some on this lead. You know, Tennessee's going to make a push. But Georgia's leading in the fourth quarter by 7 points in Knoxville. Tennessee will walk it down with Destiny Salary going left to right. Salary through the center jump circle. Salary bouncing out high. Using the left hand, now the right. Crosses over. Passes it out deep on the right wing. Davis underneath. Key lays it up good. Tamari Key now with 14, and it's 56-51. Here's Georgia with Conley. Bates is out high. She puts it on the floor. Now goes left wing to Q. Q holding. Pops it out to Coombs. Coombs between the circles. Joni Taylor shouting the play as we hit the 7-minute mark. Georgia up 5. Coombs driving into traffic. Circles around. Q left corner 3. No good. Back iron. Rebound to Bates. She throws it up around the iron. No good. And Tennessee with a rebound. It's Ray Burrell on the boards. Now coming down into forecourt. Burrell at the head of the key. Guarded by Conley. Good defense by Coombs, who tips it away. But the loose ball comes to Tamari Key of Tennessee. She hands it to Jordan Walker. Down the baseline. In deep. Flips it up over Bates. Around the iron and good. Jordan Walker with her first points. Tennessee with back-to-back buckets. And it's 56-53. Georgia's lead was 7. It is now 3. Lady Dogs had a couple of possessions where it could have gotten extended. Didn't cash in. And Joni Taylor calls time. We'll take one as well. 6 minutes, 23 seconds to go in regulation. Georgia leading Tennessee 56-53 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
The SEC taught us that it's easy to love winning, but that the best of the best know where to look for the win, even in losing. Because setbacks are an inevitable part of almost any endeavor, and the hardest lessons are the ones that teach us the most. As the official bank of the SEC, at Regions, we believe every day is a good day to dig deeper. What has the SEC taught you? Join the conversation with #SEC Lessons. Regions Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, Georgia has a 56-53 lead over Tennessee. The Lady Bulldogs are 21 of 53 shooting. Tennessee is 22 of 50. Georgia, here's the difference. 6 of 16 on threes. Tennessee is 3 of 13. Lady Dogs 8 of 10 at the line. Tennessee is 6 out of 9. Turnovers. Georgia has gone from -2 at the half to +6. And on the boards, Tennessee still leads by 8, but Georgia's been able to come up with some key 50-50 balls. Georgia has 13 steals in this game, including 4 from Michaela Coombs. And points off turnovers, 21-17 Georgia. Second chance points, 12-3 Georgia. And those are the stats where Tennessee always kills you. So Georgia leads by 3, 6:23 to go in regulation. That'll give us time to pause. 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. All right, well, Georgia with a 56-53 lead. Joni Taylor calling that timeout. That leaves Georgia with 3. Tennessee also has 3 timeouts remaining. And, Luke, I do believe we will have a stoppage at under 5 because that was – okay, thank you, Luke. So that was the first called timeout in the second half. So here we go. Georgia's got the ball, and they're showing us stats on a player from Connecticut on television right now as I sit in the control room at Sanford Stadium. And let's see if Tennessee extends the defense here as the Lady Dogs get set to throw it in. Just a couple of steps in rear court. All right, here we go. Conley in for Q Morrison. Those two, Michaela Coombs, Maya Caldwell's in, and Maury Davenport. Here's Q as Georgia spreads the floor. Coombs on the right wing. Tennessee extending the defense with that size, trying to trap Georgia. Conley goes high post to Caldwell, who kicks it out right wing. Q's 3-ball, in and out, no good. Q gets her own miss, passes underneath Davenport. She scores! It went all the way around and then down, and Maury Davenport with 6, and the Georgia lead is 5. It's 58-53. Tennessee with 5:48 and 5:47 in the forecourt. Lady Volunteers go Davis on the right wing, trying to post with big Kushkitawa, gets inside, powers it up good over Davenport, and the Atlanta native with her first points. 58-55. The lead is 3. Lady Dogs with Caldwell. Left wing now to Conley. Coombs between the circles. Left wing Gabby, a long 3. It's good! Gabby's got 17. The lead is 6. 61-55 Georgia. The clock just won't move fast enough. 5:12, 5:11, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Georgia 61, Tennessee 55, and Q steals it. Q racing down the left side, scores with the left hand, and Georgia leads by 8. Q Morrison with a sensational second half. Tennessee calls time. We'll take one as well. 4:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Georgia 63, Tennessee 55. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The great point guards are rare. They're true leaders with a work ethic that never wavers and a desire to win that's second to none. There's one truck like that, Ford F-150. It's smart, powerful, and never backs down from the toughest jobs. That's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck 43 years straight. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer to score a great offer on F-150. Based on 2019 calendar year total sales.
At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold-cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips in a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips in a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras, plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
Lady Dogs have a 63-55 lead over the Lady Volunteers of Tennessee. Q Morrison is having some kind of game. That was her 3rd steal. She's got 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 17 points. Gabby Conley with 17 points. She's 1 out of 8 on 2s, but 4 out of 9 on 3s. And the Lady Dogs are 4:58 away from making some history. 63-55, Georgia on top. Lady Dogs trailed 40-25 at halftime as Georgia just trying to do something that is extraordinarily tough to do. Tennessee leads the series 23-4 in Knoxville. So the Lady Dogs coming back out on the floor with Conley, Coombs, Caldwell, Davenport, and Morrison. Tennessee with Davis, Salary, Kushkitawa, Burrell, and Horston. Q Morrison with 15 points in the second half. Gabby Conley with 12 points in the second half. Maury Davenport off the bench has been tremendous with 6 points, a couple offensive boards, and very good post defense. And here comes Tennessee. Remember, they can score so quickly. They're so big, so athletic, so long. Tennessee with Horston. Kushkitawa steps out. She puts it on the floor once and hands to Ray Burrell, who's being chased by Coombs, who's been terrific tonight. Burrell back out beyond the arc to Horston between the circles. Horston goes to her left. Back cut. Nice pass, and Davis lays it in. Davis now with 11. The Tennessee Volunteers have cut Georgia's lead down to 6. It's 63-57. Points in the paint, Tennessee plus 6. Conley on the left wing. 4 minutes, 22 seconds to go in regulation. Here's Q up at the head of the key. On the right wing now to Michaela Coombs. Coombs out deep on the right wing. Caldwell pops out to the head of the key. She fakes, dribbles through traffic with the left hand, scores. Maya Caldwell, fresh legs, her first point since the first quarter, and the lead is back to 8. It's Georgia 65 and Tennessee 57. Davis with a head fake, jumper from the foul line, good. Renaya Davis all of a sudden heating up, and the lead is back to 6, and you can trade buckets with them if you've got the lead like that. Might be living a little dangerously, but Georgia's up by 6, and Georgia's got the ball. And here's Conley bouncing out right. Tennessee just so long. She's guarded by Destiny Salary. High pick from Davenport. Conley's banker won't go from 10 feet away. And Kushkitova with a rebound for Tennessee. Georgia 65, the Lady Volunteers 59. Tennessee into forecourt. Horston to Davis. She's got the high hand. Back to Horston underneath Kushkitova. Blocked and fouled by Davenport. 2 free throws coming with 3:25 to go. And for Maury Davenport, that will be her second. And the foul count in this fourth quarter, Georgia with 3. Tennessee has not been called for a foul in the fourth quarter. So that's something to keep in mind. Hey, if Georgia's got the lead late, it could actually play into the Lady Dogs' favor. You know, they're going to have to foul just to try and get Georgia in the bonus, but a long way to go before we get to that point. Georgia will bring Mallory Bates back in, just a little bit more size. Caldwell just made a nice play, and Cassie Kushkitova at the line heaves the first one up. No good. Back iron, side iron. She misses. Kushkitova out of St. Francis High School, a native of Atlanta. Georgia leads by 6. Got a block out. It's Davenport and Bates on the low blocks. Kushkitova's second one. She hits it. So Kushkitova now with 3, and it's Georgia 65 and Tennessee 60. Here's Michaela Coombs in the forecourt. Conley playing off the ball. Coombs with 3:16 to go in the clock moving. Now 20 to shoot. A high pick from Bates. Coombs going to drive. Cuts in. Now backs it out. Bates shoots from the circle. Misses a banker. Rebound to Tennessee and Kushkitova. That is not what Georgia wanted there. Here come the Lady Volunteers down into forecourt with Jordan Horston. Tennessee can make it a one-possession game right here. Georgia by 5, under 3 to go. Lady Volunteers, Destiny Salary, back cut, wide open layup, Kushkitova, and it is down to 3. Let's see if Georgia might call a timeout here. It's 65-62. Tennessee on a 5-0 run, and not a good time to have it. Here's Michaela Coombs. Bounces it between the legs. A high pick, Davenport. Coombs drives. Floater in the lane. No good. Kushkitova with a rebound. And now Tennessee with the momentum, with the ball. Georgia's got the lead, but it's down to 3. It was sitting at 8. Lady Volunteers in the forecourt. Tennessee, Horston holding it out high. Kushkitova out between the circles. Kushkitova holding and pivoting. Georgia's off-the-ball defense very good. How about a 5 count? Tennessee going to hand it off to Destiny Salary. 5 to shoot. Salary out high. Gets a screen with 3. Kicks it right wing. Burrell's 3 is blocked by Q. Into the hands of Coombs. Georgia with numbers. Coombs to Q. Feeds Davenport in the lane. She scores, and we lead it by 5. Defense creating offense. Maury Davenport's got 8 points. It's Georgia 67 and Tennessee 62 with 105 and 104 seconds to go. And the Lady Volunteers into forecourt. Great defensive stand. Ray Burrell on the right wing, guarded by Coombs. Gets a screen. Burrell steps back. Tamari Key up at the head of the key. Key goes underneath. Kushkitova spins. Powers it up with the right hand. Around the iron and through with a minute and a half to go. And the lead is back to 3 points. Georgia 67, Tennessee 64, and we've got a timeout. I believe Tennessee called it. So the Lady Volunteers will spend the timeout. This will leave Tennessee with 2. Tennessee just got the roll. What a game. What a game. Georgia leading by 3. Luke, we got just a moment. What do you got on the old scoreboard, my friend?
Pardon me there. I was off. Didn't put myself on air, but number 7 Texas A&M trails 38-34 at LSU. That's going to be a close finish down there on the Bayou. Elsewhere, Missouri up 44-41 on Ole Miss. Ole Miss looking to bounce back into the win column after the loss to Mississippi State. Missouri looking for their first conference win of the year. And the 8 o'clock games are underway. South Carolina, number 5 in the country, off to a fast start. They're up 17-4 on Vanderbilt, while Mississippi State at home at the Hump is up 12-8 on unranked Alabama. Back to you.
Thank you, Luke. Great job there. Those Gamecocks off to a fast start. Thanks to Jonathan for tweeting in. Lady Dogs with a 67-64 lead, and Georgia's got the ball. What a game. There's a minute 27 to go in regulation. And Tennessee has not been called for a foul in the fourth quarter. Georgia has been whistled for 3, so the Lady Dogs do have one to give, but that's down the road. Here's Gabby Conley as Georgia crosses over. Lady Dogs in red going right to left. And Conley has it tipped away into rear court. Conley's got it. Georgia might need a timeout. She passes to Marson into forecourt. We've still got the ball, but that was Harry. 13 to shoot. Q through the center jump circle. 1 minute, 6 seconds to go. Clock moving. Q on the left wing. Around to a right. Only 5 to shoot. Q with a deep 3. It's short. Rebound tipped around. Coombs tries to save it, but it's out of bounds to Tennessee with 57.9 seconds to go. Joni Taylor just pleading for her team to calm down right here. Georgia leading Tennessee 67-64. Possession of the game right here. Jordan Horston into forecourt. 52 seconds to go. Ray Burrell on the left wing. A 3 would tie it. Burrell driving the right side. Gets cut off by Coombs. Into the right corner, Renaya Davis. 43-16 on the clocks. Davis has it poked away. There's a loose ball. Hughes got it. There's a tie-up. There's a jump ball in the arrow with Tennessee. 39.2 to go. Tennessee with the ball. Georgia with the lead. 67-64. Coombs and Q Morrison, their defense has been absolutely superb all night long. And they're showing us a replay on TV, and I'm watching it with you. Tennessee's got it. They'll throw it in just inside the hash, right sideline. 12 to shoot, 39.2 to go. Horston inbounds, gets it right back. They set up Burrell for a 3, passes it up, dribbles in, backs it out. 5 to shoot. Burrell guarded by Coombs. Double team, passes underneath. Davis scores with 1 to shoot and 27 seconds to play. Renaya Davis now with 15. Georgia with possession. Tennessee going to have to foul a lot. There's 22.7 to go. It's 67-66. And Kelly Jolly Harper is in the midst of a meltdown. So that's one of the negatives from not having those fouls. You don't get fouls called against you a lot in Knoxville, and she should probably get a technical right there. Well, there's their first. Now Georgia ought to be able to work a lot of clock here. Just don't turn it over. And the Lady Dogs have got 2 timeouts left, so if you're in any trouble, just call the timeout. 22.7 to go. It's 67-66. Georgia going to throw it in forecourt on the far right sideline, running out of a sideways stack near midcourt. And the officials converse, and now the Lady Bulldogs will call a timeout. And this is one where, Tennessee, if Georgia could avoid turning it over, Tennessee, you would figure they'd have to foul. Let's see, they get one every 2 seconds. Georgia could take it down to around 15 seconds before shooting the foul shot. So we'll see how the Lady Dogs play this. If this was football, this was where you could say, well, they might let Georgia score here, but that's not going to happen. First and foremost is protecting the basketball. Georgia leading this game 67-66. And I mean, Tennessee scored at the buzzer there. Joni Taylor calmly, arms folded on the sideline. I see Trey Littlefield right over her right shoulder. Georgia trying to win in Knoxville for the first time since December of 1996. 22.7 to go. Inbounds comes to Q in rear court. She'll run backwards. Tennessee's chasing her. Clock moving. Got to get it across. And Tennessee going to foul her with 17.3. We might run the same play. That one's going to go against Burrell, and that is just Tennessee's second foul of this fourth quarter. Georgia took a lot of time off the clock. Now the Lady Dogs will throw it in rear court. Out of that sideways stack, Tennessee going to put the pressure on Georgia. And now the officials are discussing something. And this is where you just get edgy on the road in Knoxville when they get together, and they went over to the scores table. And now Michaela Coombs will get the ball. Coombs pats it hard once, gets it into Bates, and they foul her, and less than a second went off the clock. They're going to get salary for that one. 67-66. That's 3 fouls now on Tennessee, so they got 1 more to give. Georgia leads the game by 1 point. He's got to keep getting it in, and Jenna Stady will check in for Georgia. Stady is a superb free throw shooter, 90% on the year. Georgia going to run out of the stack. First time Stady has been in the second half. 16.7 to go. Georgia leading Tennessee 67-66. Foul count now 3 aside. Here's Coombs. Set to throw it in. Q in rear court. Q going to race, and they foul her with 15.3. 1.4 went off the clock. Now got to protect it again, and Tennessee will foul again. And Georgia's got excellent free throw shooters on the floor. Morrison, Stady, Caldwell, and Conley. All up in that mid-80s to mid-90s. And now Georgia going to have to throw it in near the baseline in rear court, and now the officials are going to say you got to throw it in on the baseline. So let's see if that'll actually help spread it out a little bit. Now you can't run the floor here, and if you're in trouble, call time, and Coombs does just that. So the Lady Dogs call timeout. That will be Georgia's final one. And now you're in a spot where if the pass is not there and there's danger of the 5-second count, you certainly want to throw the ball forwards. Now, you don't want it, worst case scenario, to go over the baseline on the other end, then Tennessee would get it right back where Georgia's throwing it in, 94 feet away. But you want to throw it forwards here. Got to take care of the basketball. Georgia's done it now for the last 12 seconds. Lady Bulldogs do have the arrow here, but Tennessee going to have to foul one more time, presuming Georgia can get the ball in and not turn it over. The Lady Bulldogs lead Tennessee 67-66 with 15.3 seconds to go. So close we can taste it, yet so far to go. Georgia by 1. Lady Dogs trying to pull off the upset in Knoxville. 67-66. Now Georgia after the timeout in forecourt. Coombs gets it into Stady, who'll just stand there in the right corner, and they'll come over and foul her with 13.8. And Jenna Stady, amongst the SEC's leaders in free throws, will step to the foul line. It's Georgia 67 and Tennessee 66. Jenna Stady stepping to the strike for the Lady Bulldogs. 2 free throws coming. Georgia leads by 1. Stady's first one. Front iron, no good. She missed it. Stady misses the first. Stady, the fifth-year senior out of Cumming, Georgia. Several bounces. Second one on the way. She missed them both. Tennessee's got the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, and Georgia's got the ball. We got the ball back with 12.4 to go. Holy moly. Georgia just missed 2 free throws. Stady right at 90% all season. Just missed 2. But Tennessee fumbled the rebound out of bounds, and now Georgia's got the ball, and Tennessee has had Key fouled out. Let's see if they're going to review this. That's going to be... They are going to go to the monitor here on this one. So that's just one we'll just have to wait and see. And this is one of those where you certainly hope the original call went your way. And that ball, just looking at the replay, it does look like it goes. Yeah, I think that went off a Key last. Are you seeing the same thing there, Luke? I think, okay, I'm a little bit ahead of Luke here. So it looks to me, yeah, I think that went off of Key. I agree with you there. And by the way, holy moly, this is just incredible what's happening. Jenna Stady, 32 out of 36 at the line coming in, 89%, missed 2. Then Tennessee fumbles a rebound, and again, it looks like it was indeed off of Key, and Georgia should, I say should, still have the ball here. So the Lady Dogs, if this thing goes right, Georgia will have chance to get back to the line. Holy cow, what a game. Lady Dogs lead this by 1 point. And that certainly looks like it was off of Key. They're going to look at this a million different times. There's 12 seconds to go. Yeah, that definitely looks like it goes off the right knee of number 20, Tamari Key. And Maya Caldwell, those long fingers, she didn't touch it. Yeah, and it hit the baseline. That's Georgia ball. We got to wait on the officials to make the right decision. So here's the deal. Georgia got the call on the floor. The officials are looking at the monitor, and the replay is showing it should still be Georgia's ball here. So Lady Dogs lead 67-66 with 12.4 seconds to go. And now the officials coming together. They're going to get a third. I mean, really? They're going to get a third set of eyes on this thing. Maybe they're just checking the clock right now. 12.4 showing. Georgia with a 67-66 lead. Just hang on here, Georgia. See if we can protect the ball, get back to the line, and make them both. And by the way, if Georgia can do that, the Lady Dogs do have a foul to give. And it is indeed Georgia ball. So the Lady Dogs with a 67-66 lead and the ball after a crazy turn of events. I think a North Carolina-Oregon Final Four game had something like that happen. Here we go. Georgia, Coombs trying to get it in. Coombs got to throw it, got to try it, gets it out on the left way, and they get us for a 5-second violation. You got to at least try to get it in. That's a horrible turnover. A horrible turnover. And now Tennessee's got the ball. You have to at least try and get the pass in there. A worst-case scenario. Georgia got a break, and now the Lady Dogs turn it over, and Tennessee calls time, and the Lady Volunteers, oh, my goodness, the Lady Volunteers will have it in forecourt. Oh, my goodness. Georgia does have a foul to give here, so just keep that in mind. Now let's see how Joni substitutes this. Let's see if the Lady Dogs maybe go back to another big body here, because you figure Tennessee is going to try and drive in. I mean, everybody's big for Tennessee with either Horston, with Davis, or Burrell. And they've got big Tamari Key underneath. Again, everybody's at least 6'2" for Tennessee. Oh, my goodness, just a horrible turnover there for Georgia, as the Lady Dogs have a 67-66 lead. And Georgia does have a foul to give, and this would be a crushing loss, and this would be a glorious win. Tennessee has made its run here down the stretch. The Lady Dogs took a 65-57 lead. So since then, the Lady Dogs have been outscored 9-2. All right, it's Georgia by 1. Tennessee's got the ball. They'll throw it in, presumably on the hash. You're assuming that Kelly wanted to advance it. And here we go, Tennessee with an inbounds. Georgia can foul. The clock's moving with 9. Here's Q on defense guarding Davis, and she passes underneath, and there's a loose ball, and there's a jump ball, and it's Georgia ball with 3.4 to go. Georgia's going to have the ball with 3.4 seconds to go. We were trying to foul. They didn't call it. Tennessee gets it inside, and Tennessee has turned it over. Now, Georgia does not have the timeout to advance the ball to forecourt. Q chasing Renaya Davis, went for the foul. They don't call it, and Kushkitawa fumbles it, and Mallory Bates ties her up, and Georgia's got it with 3.4. Lady Dogs set to throw it in with Bates. Now, Georgia get a sub Caldwell in here. This is a good sub. Well, either way, I mean, they should have called a foul on Q, and Tennessee would have under 4 seconds to go. And the officials collaborate here, but it would have been Tennessee's ball. Now it's Georgia ball. 3.4 to go. Lady Dogs on the baseline. Just throw it down the floor. Here's Caldwell set to throw it in. Caldwell looking. Gets out. We throw it away. She threw away the inbounds pass, trying to get it to Conley instead of throwing it long. We've turned it over twice in a row off of inbounds passes, and Tennessee's got it with 3.4 to go. My goodness, they are holding Gabby Conley like crazy. No call. And Georgia had Q Marson streaking into forecourt. And Tennessee's got it. It's 67-66 Georgia with 3.4 to go. And Tennessee has called its 10th time out of the game. They're going to go look at the monitor here. They were just grabbing Gabby Conley there and made no call on the play. And these final 20-something seconds have taken forever. I have no idea what they're checking. Yeah, Luke, if you want to check a real quick scoreboard update there.
Thanks, JD. Quick update on the South Carolina Gamecocks, number 5 in the country, taking on Vanderbilt in the Music City, and they are up big 33-13, 8:50 to play in the second quarter. Much closer affair between Alabama and Mississippi State in Starkville. The Maroon Bulldogs with a 27-24 lead over 10-1, 3-1 Alabama. Back to you.
Well, still a foul to give here for Georgia, just something to think about because they didn't call the foul on cue, and they were just mugging Gabby Conley there, and that's a horrible no call. They're all over her. And don't call it. And they're checking to see maybe if a Tennessee player had it tip off her fingertips. I don't know. They're going to be at the monitor for a long time on this one. Tennessee, the original call was their ball. I just don't know if there's going to be an angle on that one. Ooh, it's so close. Did Horston potentially touch it? If she did, that might bail out Georgia from a second straight disastrous turnover off an inbounds play. Oh, could the fickle finger of fate by a fingertip perhaps point the Lady Bulldogs' way? Is there any way they could say Horston's fingertips touched the ball? I don't know. They certainly might have grazed it. Tennessee got the original call, so in this spot you'd probably rather be in their shoes because they got the call. Let's reset the game here because these last 20-something seconds have taken 20-something minutes. There's 3.4 to go. Georgia leads Tennessee 67-66. It looks as though Tennessee will have the ball. Georgia has turned it over the last two times the Lady Dogs have the ball, unable to get it in bounds, and it is indeed Tennessee's possession. 3.4 to go. Georgia's got a foul to give here. 67-66. The Lady Bulldogs have a 1-point lead over Tennessee, and Tennessee's got the ball. Lady Vols will throw it in on the right baseline with Jordan Horston. Georgia does have a foul to give. Horston, right baseline, looking to get it in. Lobs it in. It's tipped away. Georgia's stolen it with Caldwell with 1 second, and now the horn sounds. I think Georgia's won. Did Tennessee foul? The officials are gathering. The clock's showing 0. Georgia's won. It's a final. The Lady Dogs have stolen it. 67-66. Georgia has beaten Tennessee in Knoxville for the first time since December of 1996. Unbelievable. Georgia's post defense making the big play. The Lady Dogs had a couple of chances to put it away but couldn't. And then Georgia comes up with a turnover at the end. And the clock does indeed strike 0 as Georgia has beaten Tennessee 67-66. We'll take a timeout and come back and review this heart-stopping victory here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they're saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
What would you do with 50% rent off a storage unit? What about 50% off 2 months' rent? Would you finally clean out the garage? Declutter that guest bedroom turned second closet? Maybe even remove those filing boxes taking up space in your office. Whatever your organization dream is, make it a reality with Chase Street Self-Storage. Visit ChaseStorage.com to find the best deal for you or call us at 706-548-6400.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for players every game at Stegman Coliseum. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com.
Napa know-how. Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
What a finish. Turnover, and Georgia hangs on. The Lady Bulldogs defeat Tennessee 67-66. The heroines in this one were long and plentiful for Georgia, certainly standing out. Q Morrison with 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Gabby Conley with 17 points and 5 assists. The Lady Dogs got tremendous play off the bench from Maury Davenport, who helped spark this team in the second half. As she had 8 points, a couple of rebounds, and excellent defense down low. The Lady Dogs tried their best to give it away with 2 missed free throws and 2 turnovers off of inbounds plays, but a stellar defensive play in the end, and then Tennessee unable, had to be just in shock off of that to get a foul in, and the clock strikes 0. And the Lady Bulldogs win in Knoxville for the first time since December of 1996. I was 24 years old when that happened. Our buddy Tyler Head tells us from Athens that he was 6 months old when Georgia last won in Knoxville, Tennessee. So it's been a long time. I hate I'm not there for it, but you know, the part of me that thinks if I was there, we'd have probably lost. But Georgia wins today 67-66. So here's the deal. Tennessee led 25-17 after 1, then outscored Georgia 15-8 in the second quarter and led 40-25 at the half, and things looked bleak. But Georgia outscored the Lady Volunteers 29-9 in the third quarter and closed that third period on a 13-0 run. And the turnovers were coming fast, and they were coming furious. For the game, Georgia winds up +7 in the turnover department, -9 in rebounding. Georgia led by as many as 8 in the fourth quarter. Then Tennessee goes on a 9-2 run after the Lady Bulldogs were leading 65-57. But that would be it. The Lady Vols were called for no fouls, and then they had to foul 5 times. And finally, Jenna Stady goes to the line. 32 of 36 on the year. She misses them both, but Tennessee fumbles the rebound out of bounds after a long delay for a review. Georgia gets it, but Georgia gets a 5-second count. And then Georgia tries to foul. They don't call it. Tennessee loses a handle. There's a jump ball, and Georgia gets it. But then Georgia turns it over again off the inbounds play. Another look at the monitor. Tennessee gets it, and then Tennessee turns it over. And Georgia prevails by 1 tiny little point. And with that, the Lady Bulldogs are now 11-1 on the season, 3-1 in the SEC. Tennessee falls to 8-2 and 2-1. And we'll certainly enjoy this one tonight, but you know what everybody's thinking too in red and black, and certainly Joni will be thinking this when the team gets back on the bus. Do not follow this up with a slip-up on Sunday against those Ole Miss Rebels. What a night for the Lady Dogs as Georgia defeats Tennessee 67-66. We're still waiting on Joni, and we'll get Luke to hit the scoreboard as we continue on. You're listening to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Dog fans. Coach Kirby Smart here. Do you have a game plan for flu season? Get ahead of the competition by getting a flu shot at Piedmont. It's the smart thing to do. Stop by any Piedmont primary care, quick care, or urgent care location and stay healthy all season long. Visit Piedmont.org/UGA to learn more and book online. Piedmont Healthcare, more ways to better.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they're saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
What would you do with 50% rent off a storage unit? What about 50% off 2 months' rent? Would you finally clean out the garage? Declutter that guest bedroom turned second closet? Maybe even remove those filing boxes taking up space in your office. Whatever your organization dream is, make it a reality with Chase Street Self-Storage. Visit ChaseStorage.com to find the best deal for you or call us at 706-548-6400. At Subway restaurants, deals are delicious. And right now, you can choose from 2 great deals on delicious meals. Get a 6-inch cold cut combo, spicy Italian or Black Forest ham, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $6. Or choose a 6-inch chicken and bacon ranch melt, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or steak and cheese, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $7. Either way, you get a great deal on a delicious meal. Only at Subway restaurants. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Additional charge for extras, plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
A thrilling victory for Georgia as the Lady Bulldogs defeat Tennessee 67-66. The program's first win in Knoxville since December of 1996 when I was 24 years old, and Joni, you were in college. Congratulations. An incredible heart-stopping, heart-pounding performance tonight. What are your thoughts?
You know, we showed a lot of heart, down 15 at halftime, came in the third quarter and just, you know, we told them, hey, ladies, let's do what we do, right? We've got to go out there and we've got to play Georgia basketball. And so proud of everyone that played. Q was unbelievable defensively and on offense, hit some timely threes. And how about Maury Davenport playing 22 minutes, just really was a big presence for us inside. But honestly, JD, everybody who came in made a big play. Even when Maya came in and got that drive, you know, it's why it's so important of being ready to go. Everyone was excited, and our depth really, really helped us tonight.
It certainly did. And Coombs and Q and Conley were lights out. I thought Davenport was the difference maker, and that's what we've talked about so much, Joni. You've got so many different pieces. Sometimes the negative to that can be it might take a while to figure out who's got that hot hand, but once you found your 5 with a hot hand, we really hung in there. And my goodness, that end of the third quarter, the defensive plays we made, I don't know if you realize this, we scored the last 13 points of that third quarter.
Wow, I did not know that. I know every time I looked up, Q and Michaela were all over the place. Michaela's flying through the air, saving balls, throwing them back in bounds. And, you know, it was fun to watch, fun to be a proud of. I'm really happy for not only our current ladies, but, you know, all the former players. Coach Landers, as you said, it's been since 1996, since we've won in Knoxville. So I'm just really, really happy for everyone who has touched our program, Jeff.
Well, it is so big, and what it does for our team, for our program now, 11-1 and 3-1 in Southeastern Conference play, and this will most certainly vault us into the rankings if we take care of business on Sunday. And I know you're going to enjoy this one until we get on the bus, because we certainly don't want to follow up this victory that's going to get the attention of the entirety of the Bulldog Nation and go out and not play well on Sunday afternoon with the follow-up.
I tell you what, I really feel like you were listening to my post-game speech, because that is exactly what I told our young ladies. What did we learn tonight? We learned that we've got some fight about us. We've got some gumption to us. We learned that we can finish ball games. But the next step to that is, how do we handle success? Because we've got to get on a bus. We're going to get home really early in the morning, get COVID tested, go to class, be great students, and then we've got to prepare for an Ole Miss team, JD, that is different than anything we've seen in a very, very long time. So, again, how do we handle success?
Well, Joni, this is the first time I haven't been with a team in Knoxville in over a quarter century, and it's crushing me that I'm not there. I'd have probably brought us bad luck if I was there, but
never.
You just mentioned, I mean, this means so much to so many people who have been around the program for so long. It's the grand old rivalry in women's college basketball. This one was special. Enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thanks so much, Jeff.
All right, thank you. That is a magnificent Joni Taylor as the Lady Bulldogs have defeated Tennessee 67-66, and it's just now sinking in. Luke's got a scoreboard update. We'll try and get composed here in Athens as you listen to the Lady Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Napa know-how.
Get all the quality parts you need at your locally owned Napa. Because right now, when you order from Napa online, you can pick up curbside at your local store in just 30 minutes. Or get your order delivered direct to your door with free one-day shipping and over 160,000 quality parts when you spend $35 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating stores, standard ground shipping and exclusions apply.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance was created in 1959 to provide financial protection for farmers and rural communities. Over the years, it has grown to protect all Georgians through affordable home, auto, and life insurance, helping Georgia build a strong agriculture industry and keeping the promises we made to our members. Our agents and members stand together for the values that make Georgia special: faith, family, and community. We stand together. We stand for you.
We are a Farm Bureau.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At BMW, we made the ultimate range of SAVs. And because each of the 7 X-Range sports activity vehicles flawlessly balance dynamic power, spacious size, and sleek design, you can choose from a fleet that fits perfectly into your life. Like the versatile and bold X1, the unbelievably powerful X3, or the luxurious X7. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
This is head coach Kirby Smart. It's my job to coach the fundamentals of football and prepare my guys for the future. Well, my friends at Southeast Mortgage are preparing you for your future by becoming a homeowner. Every Bulldog deserves a home. If you're in the market to purchase or refinance, I trust Southeast Mortgage to provide the best experience and get it done. Visit southeastmortgage.com/UGA to get pre-approved for your home loan today. Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Southeast Mortgage of Georgia Incorporated, NMLS, number 103956. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 6578.
Welcome back, Luke Ned Carney in the network studios. Georgia 67, 23rd ranked Tennessee 66. It's the Lady Dogs' first win at Thompson Bowling Arena since 1996. Quick look at the scoreboard now. Trip around the SEC. It's getting good. Down on the Bayou, 3.5 minutes to play in the game, and LSU clinging to a 50-48 lead over unbeaten Texas A&M. The Aggies ranked 7th in the country, looking to run their record to 13-0 on the year. Trailed by 8 at halftime, they've cut it to 2. Exciting finish shaping up at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. Also a close game between Missouri and Ole Miss down in Oxford, 4:10 to play, and the Mizzou Tigers with a 69-63 lead at the final TV break of that game. Ole Miss looking to bounce back into the winner's circle after a loss to Mississippi State. Missouri, meanwhile, looking for its first conference victory. 36 seconds to play before halftime in Nashville. Business as usual for Dawn Staley's 5th-ranked South Carolina Gamecocks. They lead 49-13 over the Commodores. They've held the Commodores scoreless in the second quarter, 19-0, and just 30 seconds to pull off the shutout. 48 seconds to play before halftime. Number 14 Mississippi State pulling away from Alabama at the hump. They lead 44-33. This game was a 1-point game after one quarter, 22-21 in favor of Mississippi State. And 4:39 to play in the first quarter. The game that came on after ours on the SEC Network. Number 17 Arkansas leads Florida 15-8. Scores from the women's top 25. Number 9 Maryland beats Minnesota 90-73 in the Twin Cities. Staying in the Big Ten, 18th ranked Indiana knocks off Purdue in a rivalry game 66-45 behind 22 points from Grace Berger. Games in progress right now. Number 11 Arizona taking number 10 Oregon to the woodshed in Tucson. 4 minutes to play in the fourth, 52-31. Zona in front. And second-ranked Louisville taking on Boston College, 2:17 to play in the second half. The Cardinals with a 37-28 lead over the Eagles. One tip from the men's top 25 coming up at the top of the hour. Top-ranked Gonzaga at the Kennel taking on Pepperdine in West Coast Conference action. Gonzaga looking to move to 13-0, 4-0 in the West Coast Conference. And one piece of news from the NFL. It's official. Urban Meyer, now the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, by the way, have the first overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. But once again, our final score, Georgia 67, Tennessee 66. The Lady Dogs improve to 11-1 on the season, 3-1 in the SEC. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap it all up right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
These days I'm spending a lot more time at home, which means I need ways to easily control my comfort. And here's an insider tip. If you're a Georgia Power residential customer, you may be eligible for up to a $75 instant rebate on a smart thermostat. Here's how. Georgia Power's online marketplace features thermostats from brands like Google Nest, Honeywell, and Ecobee, as well as a variety of LEDs and smart home products like smart speakers, Wi-Fi routers, indoor cameras, and more. Just visit the site and start shopping. Shop now at GeorgiaPowerMarketplace.com.
Now more than ever, it's important to support our local businesses, whether it's your favorite pizza place or your neighborhood barber. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been serving our local community for more than 85 years. Whether they are saving you money on a checking account or credit card, or supporting the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love, Georgia's Own can't be beat. To learn more, visit their website at georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Personalize your health goals with the new Kroger Telenutrition program. Visit Kroger.com/dietitian for a free 50-minute virtual session with one of our experts.
Make your first play of the season a smart one. Get a fast and easy sports physical right around the corner from Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. With 27 locations offering extended hours and most open 7 days a week, you can book online to get in, get out, and get on your way to a championship year. Visit Piedmont.org/UGA to schedule a sports physical today. Patient care services provided by Piedmont Healthcare. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Well, Georgia has done it. The Lady Bulldogs defeat Tennessee 67-66 in Knoxville to improve to 11-1 and 3-1. Tennessee falling to 8-2 and 2-1, and it's a big deal in this grand old rivalry. Anytime the Lady Dogs can defeat the old nemesis, first victory in Knoxville for Georgia since December of 1996. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Thanks to Trey Littlefield on site in Knoxville for his great work, and of course, thanks to our man Luke Nadkarni doing a tremendous job at Mission Control. We're back with you again on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock as Georgia hosts the Ole Miss Rebels. That's a 2:45 airtime. So until then, I'm Jeff Dancer. Thanks so much for listening. Lady Dogs 67, Tennessee 66. What a night. This has been Georgia Women's Basketball on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, you've been listening to Georgia Women's Basketball. Lady Bulldogs Basketball has been brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. The preceding has been a presentation of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, powered by Learfield IMG College and JMI Sports.